Greetings, all you out there in White Spire. It is the last week of Season X, Week 4, Round 1, Group A. I'm your host this week. It's Dr. Heckle. Forecourt Jesser will not be with us this week, so I've had to bring in our ringer, my little brother, Snowplows. What's good?
Oh, it's good to be. It's a nice Saturday. The weather's fair and the underlords are cooking. Let's see what we get today.
Yeah, it's we've been cooking on this patch for a while now. Even with
Yeah.
the most recent sort of hot fix, it made I guess Hobgood and Jewel a bit more viable, but outside of that, it was like miscellaneous bug fixes and stuff.
Hmm. Like honestly, I love seeing the meta evolve like this and really mature. It's changed a lot since opening day. I mean, there's been some touches here and there.
Yeah, we got that one big balance patch, which kind of put Fallen back into the stratosphere of balance, and made
Yeah.
some other strategies viable.
Yeah, and also like I feel like things are trending more towards the classic, hit seven, roll for 3-star strats, and that hurts the builds. Like Fallen, you have your DP at 4, you have your Wraith King at 5. So if you're trying to get to those early levels and you're against these three 3-star tier or yeah 3-star 3 tier, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna
Three
take a lot of
cost,
damage.
3-star.
Yes, 3 cost 3 stars.
Yeah, we see a lot of that. Very prevalent in a lot of this lobby. These like sort of competitive lobbies. We see the 3-star builds, rolling builds. We see some fallen. There's still a place for like those like very long builds that
Oh
go
yeah.
deep into leveling, hyper leveling. Brute poisoner isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Mm.
But speaking of going somewhere, it's fight time, baby.
Let's go.
Uh, Standard, private, classic mode, just kidding. No classic mode here. Let's get it going. We're flipping over to the game screen, and we're live.
Excellent. Let's see the opening flops.
Yep. So we got some familiar faces here in Group A. Synods, Sir Owen, Paparazza, Win and Win. Glad to see you guys back, year or rather week after week, and we have some very interesting opening alliances. Why don't you run us through them?
Yeah, why not? It looks like Lapa R Clan Warrior has flopped the Assassin opening. We might see something there. We got a couple of Juggernauts, which is important if you're going to go for the Brawny to try to build that up if you get the cloak.
Absolutely, and when you're doing Brawny, like Juggernaut is the keystone of that build. If you don't get a Juggernaut 3 with Brawny, it is tough to sort of make that work.
Mm.
Given what his, he gives like that sort of like global health buff, so everyone just keeps chuffing up and up and up. And if you get the Stonehall cloak, it's even better.
It's
Um,
incredible.
yeah, watching Lapa our clan here. That
Yeah.
3 assassin opening paying off pretty well. Takes home the W.
Yep. And the thing is, like, there's a couple prevailing strategies I'm seeing. Like, streaks are super important. If you can get the
Absolutely.
early win streak through, I saw a lot of that in the China tournament. I don't know if you were watching any of that,
Oh
but
yeah, shout out to Pinty for running that. By the way, some amazing stuff. Shout out to Tylee as well for taking
yes.
home that one with some really inspiring play.
Yeah, the Tiley strat. Just run good stuff early, strong early synergies, win streak, and then figure it out later. You got a gold cushion.
Hmm.
Oh, Win and Win has finished Hunter 1.
Oh wow, that is a very early Hunter one with the vigilant side alliance. Let's tune into them real quick.
That's a good start.
We got that anti mage leading off, but like hitting the I couldn't real like sort of ascertain if AM was hitting the Magnus or the Bristleback early on, but
Mm.
you know,
I think the Bristle actually stopped close brace for a while, but still got ran over. I mean, the early Savage is just so strong. They're chufty. They get a lot of damage.
like early Savage, early Warriors. You can zoo pretty early with these early Shaman builds.
Yes.
We see some very interesting builds actually coming out of Darkurik. I believe that's
Yeah.
pronounced. Got an early 2-star Enchantress, an early 2-star AM with a Glove of Haste, which is quite devastating at this point in the game, and
Indeed.
a sort of Splash Dazzle.
Yep. Ooh, Sir Owen. Keep an eye on Sir Owen later. Already has a 2-star snap, 2-star CM, and it looks like mages are fairly uncontested so far.
Yep, holding on to that Kunkka as well. Probably
Yeah.
that human mage opening. We'll be checking that out. What do you
Yes.
think of like the sort of scalability of the dragon mage build?
I like it. I mean, you can slap in humans there later. I ran a 6 mage 4 dragon earlier, and it absolutely destroyed. Let me
Six
tell
mage,
you.
four dragon?
4 dragon. I ran every dragon, and it
Okay.
provided a lot of tankability, tons of damage. They scale really well with mage buff too. I mean, they all do good magic damage.
Yeah, the breathe fire from Dragon Knight, the mortar's kisses from Snapfire, and is corrosive skin magic damage, or is that physical?
Um, Not sure, but I think it's magic.
Okay.
And that's an I'm ahead. I got levels. I got gold build. You do
That's
not want
also
to be coming
true.
from behind with that.
Yeah, you see these posts on Reddit, it's like, oh man, finally made rogues work. And it's like you've got like 3 1-star rogues, and then like a 2-star rogue, and then like Spectre 3, and it's like, I don't think
Yeah.
it's rogues that's making this work here.
No.
Checking back in with Lapa R Clan, might be dealt their first loss here, unless this bounty hunter can go absolute beast mode against this Wind Ranger
Ooh.
in Magnus, which actually maybe no. When he says
The
no,
power shot.
oh,
What about Zwelk?
yeah, let's
Zelch?
up.
Oh, all the win streaks are gone, so we don't
Caster
have anybody
curse.
running away with that early advantage.
I'm unmoored. I'm floating around the planet. 0 grav. We got
Ooh.
that next item round coming through. The tier 2 items dropping in. We got some interesting things on the buy screen here for Zvelik. Opts for the Vanguard. And let me ask you, is Quelling Blade for you still an auto pass?
I'm not a big fan of quelling, especially now that summoner builds are not as prevalent.
I would be shocked to
Okay.
see a sort of like long-ranging summoner or shaman build here today.
I'm
Surely.
interested, like, why is Druid? That's fallen out of the meta. You see Druids going
Mm-hmm.
uncontested a lot, and still nobody's picking it up. Why do you think?
I don't know what games you've been playing. I stay here in temporal time, and druids have been rotated out, actually, for about a month, close to 2. Shamans I've seen here and there.
Oh, the shamans, yeah.
I love being pedantic on stream, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's tough to it's tough to get that together. I feel like it is ultimately a damage problem. There's
Mm.
tons of ways to clear out Zooey builds with your Lycans, your Necrobook spam, your Treant spam, things like that. Let's pop over to Synods here as they get taken down by Dark Cooks. Early 2 stars, Darkuric rather.
Ooh, Darkuric is looking strong right now.
But yeah, like you get an Ember Spirit with a Battle Fury, and your Zoo build's dead in the water, right?
Exactly. It turns into a liability rather than an asset.
Yeah, and wow, Synod's over here getting some big 2-star drops. Gets that 2-star Kunkka, 2-star Legion Commander, just kind of putting her in with one alliance, the Human Alliance, and a kind of splash 2-star Dazzle. An aggressive move from Synod's. Let's see how it plays out. Trying to hide behind the target buddy there, too. I gotta say, this is some inspired kind of itemization, but I mean, it looks like it's working out. And it might
Well,
just
yeah,
be the
it's a
start.
different. It's just a different kind of good stuff. Like this Dazzle might not be in there long term, but it's a 1-cost unit at 2 stars. It's going to be stronger than any other peon you slap out there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a
So
good
why
point.
not?
Yeah, I mean, getting an early 2-star 1-cost unit, you can refund at cost, right? Unlike,
Exactly.
you can't just like splash it. You can splash in, I guess, a 2-star like Spirit Breaker or Storm Spirit or something like that, but you will sort of lose net gold if it doesn't make sense in your build anymore, and you sell it. So yeah, I can actually super dig these early splash units. Popping back over to Darkuric, checking out these benches now that we are 7 rounds in. Couple
Yeah.
of items in, and I feel like these builds will be revealed more by the benches than often by the units on the battlefield. And Darkuric is going for, it looks like, a heavy assassin build.
Yep. We're gonna see that develop a little bit with some rogues, right? You got an early anti-mage, you might as well try to
Mm,
slap some rogue in with a bounty hunter.
yep. I could see the full pivot towards that sort of assassin rogue build as soon as another 2-star comes out. That Enchantress and Dazzle probably getting kicked to the curb
Oh,
whenever. Puts in the Kunkka too. Probably chilling on
oh
the buy screen.
paparazzi. Oh,
Paparazza! Let's go! 3-star Drow with the Stonehall Pike. 3 kills already. I guess comparatively speaking, well, Wendy's got 3 kills, but that is powerful. And yes, absolutely, Paparazza is speaking truth to power here. He's off to a good start.
yeah, this is looking good. There's not a lot of contestation. I'm not sure if that's a word
Nah,
with
is now.
with Hunter, but Win and Win is also looking at picking up some of the hunters. So there's going to be some fight there. It looks like Win and Win can actually option into that Heartless, which looks fairly uncontested as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of like 2 philosophies right now with Hunter, where you either go full into Heartless, but I think to do that you need at least 1 Antler Crown,
Mm.
or you go for the Full Fallen. Uh, the former is usually the backup plan to the latter. Because I'm pretty sure if you go for... You can do 6 Heartless... Or, yeah, you can do 6 Heartless and still get a level of Fallen for free, for at least the damage amp component of it.
It's
But
okay.
it's
You know,
fine.
I more like to option into Brute with that. I mean, Brutes are
Okay.
just super duper strong right now.
Yes, Brutes are quite good, as evidenced by this lobby where absolutely no one is showing Brutes or going Brutes, which is
Well,
actually kind of surprising to me.
well, Brutes is a mature build, right? You have a couple tier 3, you have some tier 4.
Hmm.
So if you're going Brutes, it's probably going to show up later. No hurry.
We usually see those brute builds with that kind of like really, really aggressive hyper leveling too.
Mm.
With like your really early level 6s, really early level 7s opting to go for those 3-star 3-cost units.
Yep.
And it looks like people are being pretty conservative with their cash right now, not investing too high into leveling. You got 3 people in the lobby chilling at 5, and the other 5 at level 4. So we could see
Yeah, right.
some emphasis on rollers. Paparazzi already paying off with that 3-star drow, and we see the Underlords come out.
Okay. Lot of
Okay,
Joe.
so I may have on record in VODs saying that half the lobby has made a critical error with
Right.
all of these barrels of fun. I saw a post today by streamer Mark Warden
Mm.
saying that actually Happy Hour is the bad Joel and Barrels of Fun is the preferable one.
It's all about the builds, like
Mm-hmm.
a very fun and like incredible part of this game is how modular it is,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. It's and I think that is that and by larger extension the genre's great strength, right? Is that
Yeah.
you just sort of go with the flow. Everything is very fluid. Forcing things. D10, if you're watching, please cover your ears. You can't really force the same thing every single game. Uh, you gotta sort of play with the cards you're dealt. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I remember playing Poker D or Poker Defense, in StarCraft Brood War, and that was like maybe the best part. Like, that revitalized the entire tower defense sort of genre for me was the fact that like, okay, don't just build the same stuff every time. It's like sort of different every time depending on the sort of cards I get. All right, okay,
Wow.
got
Wow.
we got stuff going on. Let's pop over to Lapa R Clan because they have just hit some
Okay.
stuff. Okay,
Now, before we went live, I want to tell the viewers at home. We were just talking about like when can you go assassins? It's if you probably need like both. You need both the bounty and the PA early with the 3-star, and it
hmm
didn't even cost that much.
Yeah, like Lapa here is sporting a very healthy economy. Didn't even have to roll down for this. Didn't get those 8-unit brainworms. Just like went for it and got like Bounty Hunter 3 and PA 3 both in the same round. That is
Incredible.
incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
True.
Wow. They are going to
Interesting
be
interaction. Interesting. Like the PA might start kill stealing the bounty hunter, which might
Hmm.
be tough.
That
Anti
is
synergy.
that is a good point. Like, we saw at the very beginning of that round, PA blunked to the back and just punched Sanad's Dazzle right in the face for half his total health. And then, yeah, it was just kind of off to the races from there. Bounty Hunter out here sporting 14 kills rather, 14 kills at this point in the game. Got 2 kills that round. Phantom Assassin got 3, quadrupling her kill or quadrupling her kill count. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so they're going to be sitting quite pretty when it comes to economy, kills, wins. Like, the streak is ongoing. You were stressing earlier on how important getting that streak going is, and
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of off to the races here for Lapa R.
They're going to be a serious problem this game, especially with a lot of lobbies that aren't like built to deal with that yet, right? You might still have a couple alliance units at low stars.
Hmm.
Easy pickoffs for those assassins.
Yeah, that's like one touch, two touch if PA can get her crits in early. Uh, an interesting thing that I've noted from my trials and tribulations in later boss and now big boss lobbies are the fact that assassins don't crop up nearly as much because of these emphasis on these brute builds, which of
Mm.
course are the natural apex predator to the assassin build because of the attack damage debuff. But here in this lobby, it's no brutes at all. In fact, we got 2 people running assassins, no brutes. Looking around. Oh, actually, I think Svelik might actually be going for a brute build. They're currently sporting Poisoner, and that's usually sort of the portent, or the harbinger, rather, of brutes.
Mm.
Uh, yeah.
I'm also a huge fan of the splash slark.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like,
think, for those that, like, enjoy knockout as their sort of soup du jour when it comes to this game, like, you got your Slarks, your Spectres. They just kind of work with anything. They just get in there. They don't really need mana items. They don't really need super buffs. They just need to slap really fast. Throw a Mask of Madness or a Moon Shard on them and just kind of let them go to
hmm
work.
I saw an incredible build. It was Flash Slark with 6 savages and 1 troll.
Huh. Oh.
It
Oh.
absolutely destroyed.
I
Let me tell you.
Interesting. That is an
Oh
interesting
boy.
build philosophy, because that
Yeah.
is a unit that benefits from, like, has no alliances with any of those things, but benefits
hmm
entirely from them.
Yes. So that really it changes the way you see this game. Don't limit yourself to alliances.
Hmm.
Limit yourself to what kills the other board units,
At the
right?
end of the day, right? You don't get any additional, damage on the opponent. The enemy underlord for having more alliances completed. The only place where that really comes out, oh, that poor Svelik's poor Eno just kind of drops in after the all-out attack. It's instantly just gutted and filleted by this PA, who's up to 10 kills now. Bounty Hunter with the pirate hat for that first level of swordsman with the Kunkka in 2. Lop is
Ooh, I
just going to
like
be
that.
rolling.
I really like the pirate hat on the bounty, right? Get that extra damage, get those extra kills.
Yeah, I mean, this is in the absence of any Ember Spirits at all from Lapa R.
Right. Well, you look at the other lobbies. You got the 2 mage builds going spirits, cannibalizing each other.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. That's a very good point. We see
Ooh,
also a lot of Ember Spirits for Dark Kurik as well in their Assassin offerings. Lapa R going up against Win and Win here. And yeah, this is just, this is tough. This is a tough row to hoe if you're up against Lapa R. And let's actually tune into Win and Win here as they drop sort of closer and closer to heartbeat range. Just a couple
what are they
health
going for?
outside.
What are their draws?
Win and Win has a 3-star anti-Magumpus. And for those
Strong.
who don't stream with us, who don't play Dota with me and my little brother and our little clique, that's anti-mage.
Yeah,
uh,
you got the mages. They turn into Magumpus. You got ogre Magumpus, anti Magumpus.
uh, you've got Rubik the Grand Magumpus.
Oh, so strong. I want to see some Rubik play. I love watching Rubik in this game.
Well, Malcy is hanging out in 4th place with a Rubik. Got an early Rubik drop and also a Sven in there, although they may just be blacklisting. But yeah, actually beneath even win and win is this sort of slapdash build coming out here from Svelik. Just like has this a 3-star Luna and no Knights, no Vigilant. It's strange.
It seems to be a culmination of good stuff, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of an antiquated build. This game has nerfed good stuff throughout the ages, tried to make alliances better, but it still exists. But it's just you're
Oh,
too
boy.
low level, and the quality is just not high enough.
Yeah, the saddest eclipse I've ever seen in my natural life coming out here from Svelik as well. It's just the Underlord doesn't even take down the Joel. Unfortunate. Yeah, there's just like a lot of stuff going on here. You know, you've got, yeah, I mean, you know, we said like, you know, Slark just kind of goes with anything and everything, and he's there, and Alchemist is always quite good. The Acid Spray always has its place. Meepo, you know, you can kind of say whatever you want about Meepo, and it's kind of feast or famine with him. But it's round 17, and we got new items on the board. Let's see.
Goes for the Yules instead of the Brute Cap.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a tough decision in the long run.
Right. Puts the Yules on the Meepo, hoping to get those earlier poofs, and maybe with Dreams with a 3-star Meepo, delaying rounds to their furthest and most logical end with an endless stream of Cyclones, guaranteeing draws down the road. Been
That's
there.
good for the mana generation too, right?
Yeah.
You get more Meepos. A longer game is good for Meepo.
Right. Absolutely. Let's see what Svelik has here. We're going to see some Rubik play. Hopefully Rubik doesn't... Ooh, actually, I wonder if Rubik... Is Rubik going to steal Poof here? Did he steal Poof? I don't...
Rubik poofed, but did not create a copy of himself.
Gotcha. Luna blasting out her Eclipse here. Actually does end up cleaning up Mousy. Moosey? It's like hair mousse,
I believe
right?
it's Moosey. Yeah, it's I believe a French fashion brand. I saw that over in China.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, the divided we stand ability says whenever Meepo casts an ability, he creates a copy of himself. So that might exclude Rubik.
Right. Rubik only copies those active abilities, not the passive ones that he has around him.
Oh,
Is this a second 3-star Drow? Yeah. In addition to Paparazzi's, now Win and Win has his 3-star Drow and actually has that 3-star Pudge with the Blade Mail, which is actually quite devastating.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah, I mean, that's what? Every time somebody dies around Pudge, he has the capacity to deal what? What's 30% of 500?
150.
Yeah, 150 extra damage just through getting slapped. That's
getting bigger. Let's go. Oh, PA, be careful. It hurts. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's a particular alpha predator of the Slark. I have seen and have had a 3-star Pudge just absolutely mutilate a Slark. A Slark just kind of performs graphic acts of self-harm on himself.
Satanic Slark, though. That's a win condition.
Yes, yeah, that can get very, very challenging to deal with. Actually, interesting itemization here on the Anti-Mage for Win and Win as we pop over here real quick. Puts on the Ristool Circlet, having only the Shadow Demon and Nesix as the other demons on the board, and I guess Terrorblade as well now.
TB just got slapped in there. Well, it's like that's going to buff the damage of TB without silencing them, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
that has its bonus.
Yeah, that's true.
I was about to talk about Syndays, or
Synods?
How do you say that? Synods. A lot of 3-stars, 3-star LC, and now the 3-star Bat.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they are building up quite the Rainbow Knight comp here. Popped over back to Svelik, who unfortunately gets one of those tasty spirit comps, and this is gonna be pretty painful. It's a 3-star Lich, a 3-star CM.
Oh, barely hanging on there. The positioning of Svelik really didn't help there either. Right?
Yeah,
kind of all in the middle.
Yeah, we call it, the kill box. It's the sort of perfect kill box for spirits. Can't shunt themselves to the back lines or on the side there. Everyone's just kind of standing around getting triangled on.
Okay.
See the
Optioning
two-star?
into that shaman.
Yeah.
That could help a little bit. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
going to the side. Good stuff. We got some adjustments coming through.
Yeah, probably isn't going to get that mage that just faced them again. So you won't run into those barriers, but it has a very very tough draw here going up against Lapa R and their 3-star assassins, and this might be it for Svelik in round 1 here, unless nope.
There's the damage. Here comes the damage.
Yeah, the Luna did all she could. Slark fighting bravely. Alchemist trying to make it happen. No dice. Svelik does finish 8th.
See you next round. 3-star Luna's cool. It's like the thing that makes it work is, yeah, sure, you get the 7 bounces, you get the Eclipse, you need to protect the Luna, and that comp just couldn't protect against either the mages with spirits or the assassins, which is the majority of this lobby.
Yeah, and speaking of assassins, we check out Darkurik, who's the sort of other assassin in this lobby that isn't Lapa R. Um, and yeah, just kind of just seems like a strict downgrade from Lapa's comp. We see, the PAs in here, bounty hunters in here, but chilling out at 2 stars, has some attack speed items and some dodge item for the rogues. Ended up going for rogue with the Meepo and the Alchemist, and puts in the Pangolier.
Yes, the Bango.
Really leaning into that swordsman. Gonna go up.
Sir Owen. This could be a death match.
Yeah, both of these players at very low health, and the Anti-Mage is really putting in work, making sure that Ember Spirit couldn't get enough mana to cast their spells, but now he goes down. The Jewel in the middle gets the barrels off. They go down. It's going to need to be a lot of heavy lifting here from the Spirits to try to salvage this, and it's looking like they got it going. Darkurik is our 7th place finisher.
That is an absolutely nasty placement of that CM in the Lich behind that barrier. Like, it's just going to be stun after stun. That adds up.
Yeah, and we see the sort of contraption-heavy mage build that recently I've started playing. When I see mage, and I really aim for here. It's kind of like the old barrier build, getting these 3 contraptions to sort of position your mages in a sort of soft and sweet spot, a very protected position. With your CM here in the corner and a Lich just hanging out back there, just dealing damage, giving cooldown reduction. And we're going to follow Sir Owen here, going up against Musi. It's going to be a spirit battle, so get ready for Triangle Town. It's the first one out. Pretty decent one.
Not bad.
Gets Jewel, gets the Earth Spirit, more importantly, and the second one goes through.
Ooh.
It's another triangle, and oh wow, Musi is not winning this fight even a little bit.
No. Ooh,
drops
barely
down
hangs
to
on there.
health.
Even with the 2-star Rubik, it's not enough.
Yeah, that is for sure. We see how many. This is like 5 spirits out for Sir Owen, with in addition to the Lich and CM. So that's a more spirit spammy, spirit heavy build going here. And we check out what Musi has, and it is a 4 spirit, or rather a 4 mage and 4 spirit. So just having that extra spirit and the contraptions to prevent those cornered units from getting Delta slammed made all the difference in that fight.
We see the 2-star Lina coming in, though. That can make a huge difference.
Yeah, that is a ton of damage. Who would call me? Who's this person? No, thank you.
Lucy going up against Paparazza. Paparazza streaking and angry with a Faceless Void. Let's see how the Chrono comes out.
Yeah,
Still looking for mana, just jumping all over the map.
Yeah, it's just kind of here, there, and everywhere. Really, up. It finally comes out. Kills the Lina. Gets disarmed. And, oof, yeah, that is tough for Musi, who is our 6th place finisher.
Even with interest, like, it doesn't matter if the spirits are stunned or even
Sir
in the Chrono
Owen.
Cube. Ooh.
Both of our mages are out now. The Spirit Spam was not enough to overcome Synods.
It's tough when you cannibalize each other, right? You have to look at the scoreboard. I mean, the scoreboard screen is the absolute most important tool for winning a competitive Underlords game, right?
100%.
Yeah, if other people are going for what you're going, you need to adjust. And Mootsie tried that by going for a hyper level build and going for the higher star instead of investing more in spirits. Just didn't work out.
Paparazzi actually jumps up to level 10, has the 6 Heartless Hunter variant. Yeah, all power to them. I'm going to pop over to Synods, though. Checking out their Rainbow Knight build with this LC, showing into Win and Win's, low roll Hunter comp. This 3-star Chaos Knight is just a damage factory. It's just...
Is the Cadence Blade good on them?
On who?
Chaos Knight.
No. That's a
I
goof.
feel like, yeah, it's still the highest damage, but I feel like that was a limiter. You give yourself a damage cap.
Yeah, you got 370 damage and the demon bonus when you cast your spell. So that seems bad to me.
Yeah, I figure maybe put it on the Dazzle.
And actually, this is a kind of a sad story here. Checking out Synod's bench, you see 7 Lunas. He's got 7 Abaddons too.
Wow, welcome to the party, Omni Knight.
Yeah, 8 Omni Knights now. This is actually selling off the Abaddons. Really wants to finish up either the Luna or the Omni Knight. Doesn't quite get it. This is really bumming me out in a big way.
It's tough. You never want to see that.
As a
And
serial.
now putting the Cadence Blade on the Legion Commander.
At
once
3
again.
stars, I don't like it.
No, I don't either. Especially because you get the demon bonus when you duel, right? You're losing a lot of damage.
Yeah, why don't you put that on Dazzle?
Exactly.
Well,
It's the idea of I gotta use the Dragon Lance. Gotta use the Dragon Lance.
And I guess I do like, the Necro Book being on the bat, but we see here Synods is gonna lose the Lapa R. Again, that's just like a tough thing to go up against with all those high-level assassins. But there's some questionable itemization in there. Just like strange strategies, some really bad missed rolls, and actually Zvelik kind of undermines Synods there with sort of snatching up those early Lunas, maybe hamstringing that particular build. Popping over to Win and Win here, I think another 3-star just dropped for them, bringing the 3-star count up to 5 3-star units now with this Vengeful Spirits, kind of like Corpse Explosion bonus with her 3-star. We're going to be following actually the humans here. So Paparazzi versus Win and Win. Paparazzi, the lobby leader with that 6 Heartless build. And this might actually be rough to deal with. Oh no, the Pudge goes down pretty handedly. Deals a ton of damage actually just through that blade mail. Well, only 500 damage. I thought he got a little bigger than that. But Paparazzi is just going to clean this up pretty quick. Deals 8 damage.
Yeah. I cannot underestimate 6 Heartless.
It is a ton of minus armor.
Yes, the build tears people apart, and it's deceiving too, right? Because the backline doesn't get hit at all. You have just people that hit stuff. You don't have a lot of backline reaching AoE. But once people get latched on, once the front line goes down, it's just carnage.
Yeah.
People drop so quickly.
Devastating stuff. And we look at Win and Win's comp, and we look at Paparazzi's comp. Paparazzi absolutely took it to Win and Win. Win and Win just kind of just fell right over. But Win and Win has maybe 3 less units, but 5 times as many 3-stars. That's a 5 versus 1 sort of thing. And it just goes to show that, the 3-star meta is not the end-all be-all here in these high-ranking competitive lobbies.
Yep. In fact, it's almost more consistent not to go for that. Consistency is level up, add good units, keep them at 2-star. You don't have to worry about other people cramping your style, going for your builds.
It does give you more wiggle room to sort of slot yourself into you play to your outs, right? It's the poker terminology. You play to your outs, and if you have a long leveling build, you give yourself more outs. So Win and Win losing there to Lapa R. Really looking for something. Rolling down here, leveling up to level 8, putting in the Marana. Just shy of 6 Hunter, and that is sad to see.
How about we switch over to the humans?
Oh, yes.
Paparazzi actually switched to the 6 Fallen build. They landed on an Omni Knight.
Wow.
Or
Very.
not Wraith King. What the heck?
It's practically the same hero if you think about it. But yeah, I mean, six fallen.
Effective.
We've used the term win condition here on this cast before. Oh, even puts down the Underlord spray. Very nice. Win and Win actually took a win home against the Ghost of Lapa R. Very interesting stuff.
They could sneak into second place if they get a good matchup next
Yep.
round.
Oh, and the item round. This is actually a very spicy outcome for Win and Win. Ended up with a butterfly, which is maybe not the sort of game-changing item, particularly when compared to Heart of Tarask or Lapa R picked up that Vlad's, or maybe the Radiance.
Radiance.
Yeah, picked up that Radiance.
Putting it on the Ember, though, I mean, it's good in Dota, but does not give attack damage in this game. Maybe better on the Alchemist?
Only has that passive kind of burn. Yeah, it would be better on a tankier unit like an Alchemist, like the Tidehunter, because it does give you effectively, 17% effective health with the miss chance.
Even the TA with the baked-in survivability.
Yeah, checking out Win and Win here against Paparazzi. We'll see if this 6 Fallen build can survive, or rather the 6 Hunter build rather, against the 6 Fallen, and it is not looking good for Win and Win. Unless Terrorblade
Wow.
takes it home against Paparazzi. All right. Okay. So Wind Ranger actually did do a lot of damage with that new butterfly. So maybe I've put my foot in my mouth again and said that maybe it is the game-changing item. Yeah.
Like Butterfly is like it's better than a lot of tier 5 items in terms of its like damage output capabilities.
Your attack speed, your attack damage, and evasion. Good for frontline, good for backline, good for DPS, good for survivability. It's just all around a good item.
Yes, indeedy.
Win and Win actually benched Mirana for Death Prophet here. And I don't know if that's the play. They are up against Lapa R Clan, and they did take home a win last time. Good enthrall on the Slark. Very good Stone Gaze, stunned pretty much the whole board. The ghosts are out, but the walls are closing in, and that is it. And we have our top 2. I think the DPS options were better with that 6 Hunter. Having that Mirana in could have done them a little better than having that 3 Fallen.
Yeah, well, 3 Fallen actually doesn't do a lot. I mean, in order to be beneficial, if you're not at rank 2 Fallen, stuff gotta die, and you don't want stuff to die.
Exactly.
Oh no.
And it gets a little harder for Lapa R Clan here, going into the top 2 with the Terrorblade 3, opting for that butterfly on them. That's the 2-star Death Prophet, the Cadence Medusa.
Heart Wraith King, like...
Yeah, it's tough!
It's going to be an uphill battle for Lapa R.
Yeah. Barriers up, you got Jewel Armor. But hey, it's 2 3-stars against 5. And let's see how it goes. The Lich gets 2-touched by the Phantom Assassin. Just instantly gets erased off the board. Maybe got a spell off. But it's looking like they were just there to give that Fallen buff. Choose through Lapa R. That's probably it's a kill. 21 damage here. Rounds out round 1. Absolutely devastating stuff. Congratulations to Paparazzi.
Indeed, and while that early 3-star Assassins, it's good. It'll get you in a top 2, like what we just saw.
Yeah, we talk about, win conditions and things that get you over the finish line, and Fallen 6 with that revive, with the, with the bonus damage, all that stuff, that can definitely get you over the threshold, because you effectively just get, 3 additional units on your board. It's usually a very late build, and that's just, it's too much to deal with.
Yep.
So that's it for Group A. Let's duck out. I've been told that Group D is actually kind of popping, but that has finished up too. It looks like all of our lobbies are done and dusted.
Oh.
I'm going to leave this one. And yeah, 5 players alive in Group E. I do believe you, Zex, but I do not have the ability to jump to Group E for some reason. Those sort of bots higher than in D have that bug where I can't see them on my friends list, and that is unfortunate.
It happens.
But yeah, so let's say, I don't know, throw probably like 5 minutes on the clock here. Take 5. We'll be back real soon with round 2, Group A action. And we'll see you then. This is Dr. Hackle and Snowplows. Seeing you soon.
See ya.
This, but I liked it. Ever met a face you can find it? Found a pretty place you can hide it. Better off now I can find it. Remember when I didn't even mind it? Better off now I can find it. Remember when I didn't even mind it?
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Heckle. Looks like Group E is taking their sweet time finishing this up, so I'm going to put another 5 minutes back on the clock, and we'll just hang tight with us. We'll get to round two as soon as they are done.
Indeedy.
See
Can
you
I
then.
actually? I want
Oh,
to talk a little bit
sure.
about game theory.
Sure.
Can I
Let's
fill up some time here?
yeah, let's do some game theory, man.
As far as I've been approaching the game,
Mm-hmm.
in the opening flop, first 5 rounds, I've actually taken the philosophy like either straight win streak or straight lose streak. Most games, I've been going for the lose streak, right?
Okay.
You reach, I think, 3 losses in a row. You get 2 gold, and over all that time, you get rerolls.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's best to keep open 2, at most 3 builds, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Go for those early 2 stars and keep a look at that scoreboard. I cannot stress this enough. I know how much fun it is watching the battles,
Mm-hmm.
seeing it is, but like use that time to check out the scoreboard, see what people are going for, and fill those market inefficiencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like that's I think the most standard and reliable way for success.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I perfectly agree. We extol the virtues of not getting cannibalized here, not letting other people really buy units out from under you. For some builds, it's easier than others. Like you look at these spirit builds, they get eaten up by mage builds, eaten up
Yep.
by the swordsman assassin builds. Then you've got you know hunter builds that get like there's Heartless in some builds. There's Fallen in other builds. You're going to be competing with your Knights for your Abaddons. You're going to be competing with, other Heartless folks to round that out, particularly in Brutes. By the way, turns out that Corrosive Skin is magical damage, so there might be
Ooh.
something to that 4 Dragon, 6 Mage build that you mentioned earlier.
I'm telling you, it's sick because you get 4 humans with that too.
That is correct. If you hang on to all of your human mages, and actually on the topic of mages, uh, who do you usually end tossing out for Coddle for your sixth mage?
I mean, Lich if it's not 3 star.
Yeah, I
I ideally, because like I usually toss out my what's it called, Lycan for the fourth mage.
okay.
Lycan in human mage is excellent. This
Mm-hmm.
is an open endorsement. It gives you frontline. It gives you time.
I can dig that.
It's incredible.
I can.
But like I usually attach other stuff because with mage you need like frontline, and you can usually fill that up with just good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't care if it's Spectre. I don't care if it's a Slark. It's worked.
Frontline Slark. Okay.
Yeah, or a Tide Hunter or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you have a ton of stuff tied up, right? You can go 7 mages. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Just because an alliance is finished, if you look at if you're doing like an incremental hunter build, for example, right? Putting in a life stealer when you already have 2 heartless on the board isn't going to give you any more armor reduction. But putting an anti-mage on when you've already got 3 hunters on the board already will directly benefit you because that's just another unit that takes advantage of the double tap.
Exactly. And like with with hunters, they can branch off in so many different directions. They have so many other alliances that synergize. Usually, those flex slots get filled up more than mage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got your heartless stuff with Drow. I've even heard. I think there was a Majestic build that he posted on the subreddit that posited a 4 vigilant, 6 heartless build. Uh, in which you just take you chill at Hunter One,
Mm.
you just grab all your vigilant hunters, and then you just slot in either Templar Assassin or Luna as your fourth, and then you just like do raw physical damage. Now, I didn't mention that was kind of like a
Okay.
cheesy build, something a bit more exploratory. But I mean, if you think about it, Vigilant's whole thing is just like extra attack damage percentage wise, so it makes sense to
Yeah.
combo that with hitting all 6 heartless.
Okay. And like, well, part of that is I am firmly in the camp that knights right now are not gonna get you where you want to go.
Interesting. Okay.
Right? You need to absolutely get really lucky with your rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't think you can do wide knight. I don't think you can do a leveling build with knights. Like that is just completely inviable to me because the strength of the knight build, and I have been running a lot of knight, is with the 3-star bonuses that you're getting, particularly
Right.
when comboed with LC, particularly if you can get Luna or Chaos Knight.
Mm. And the problem I see with that
Sure.
is you're getting taller with knights.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you have to be low leveled. You're going to lose a lot of those rounds, especially if other people are branching out and leveling up, getting higher tiered units.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you can't get an early 2-star, like 1-star knights early are miserable. Like
Ew.
Chaos Knight's a great unit. Like Chaos Knight's just like such a solid standalone unit by himself, but he can't do it all.
No.
Now if you put a Void Stone on him, which I think is like a very underrated pick for Chaos Knight, you see him usually getting like these frontliner items like your Vanguards, your Stonehall Cloaks, even like Chainmail or something like that. But a Void Stone on Chaos Knight pretty much guarantees that you get a Chaos Bolt every single time it's on cooldown or off cooldown. And that Bolt cooldown is very low. 5 seconds, it puts him in like sort of like mage territory when it comes to short cooldown spells.
Yep.
So just constantly hitting that, constantly pumping out those Chaos Bolts is like a significant amount of DPS.
And it makes sense, right? Because Chaos Knight has naturally high health pool,
Mm-hmm.
which synergizes with the percent damage reduction of knights, gives you more effective health. The higher the health pool, the more bonuses you get from for percentages, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
also ties in with why it's absolutely miserable to have these 1-star little shrimps out there with like such a low health pool.
I
It's
have
like, yeah,
75
wonderful.
health.
Exactly. What a good bonus. I love knights.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the kind of build where you need to absolutely high roll in your early flops and kind of win streak up. I feel like you want to like rather than roll at 5 to get the max percentages for the tier 2, you
Mm-hmm.
want to go up to 6 just to have that extra unit on the board. I
Okay.
would rather have that extra power from having an extra 2-star unit than have the 5% bonus. You feel me?
I can actually dig that. I can actually dig that because you look at roll odds and it's uh sometimes it's just like not even like you obviously want like your best chance to hit 3 stars for those units, and you look at Chaos Knight and Luna and maybe Legion Commander levels 4 and 5. You're gonna get the highest for those tier 2 units at 40%. But even at 6, you say like you do lose the 5% chance, but you gain a 10% chance of getting those 3-star or those tier 3 units, which are your Abaddons and your Omni Knights, and that kind of power spikes at 7, and that's when you really can start spending to get the 3-star Omni Knight is just an absolute powerhouse, an absolutely incredible unit.
Beast.
Yeah, just great stuff. I did send you the lobby code.
Ah, excellent. Let me check out the discordant conversations.
So yeah, if you could just join that, invite me on stream so I don't perhaps leak it to the stream.
Let me leave this party.
Would you call our conversations discordant?
No, we have concordance.
Okay.
I'm putting away the
What?
the schlock,
Mm-hmm.
the gobbledygook,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm bringing in the real rap. Are you logged into Steam right now?
I should be. I have an issue.
According to me, you're not.
I'm experiencing a small issue with my friends list at the moment, I think. So maybe I'm just going to just pop over to the scoreboard and then I sent us to AFK briefly. I'm flipping through all my scenes like a wounded animal, but I'm back.
Cornered.
Yeah.
Fleeting. Oh, let me. Yes, you're actually in the party now.
Yes, I did join manually. I don't have a Steam
Oh,
thing.
and it looks like 2 people in the lobby have teamed up. in an unprecedented move in UPL, they have started
Furbu
a duos.
and Lapa R. Yeah, actually, let's throw it to the scoreboard real quick. We see the results from our first round here, who we're going to get in our Group A lobby. So we are going to see some familiar faces here. Paparazzi obviously coming back in. Furbu is back. Lapa R Clan, I'm not sure who that is or was.
They've left. They're out of there.
They did leave, but they should be in this lobby. That might be Errol? No. Because Lapa R was placed second, right?
Indeed.
So I'm unsure. But we are getting D10, though, and that is something that always excites me, always brings light into my life.
Let's go.
Lapa R is Lapata.
Okay.
I do not see
Is
them.
Digitams in this week?
Digitams is in this week, did place second in his lobby, and I guess lost some tiebreaker or something. Because
shocked.
he will be in Group B. So yeah, Lapata is in Group A. I am visually impaired. And that is a fact, but I did not see them.
You do wear glasses.
I do wear glasses. It may not show on screen, but that's because I'm very nearsighted and don't need them. Use the computer.
Have
in fact,
you ever thought about eye surgery, Dan?
absolutely not.
Not a fan of that?
I'm not a
into
fan.
laser stuff?
I don't like lasers in my eyeballs.
Okay.
Mostly anywhere I don't like lasers, is what I'll say. Yeah, yeah, LASIK. I know we have some relatives that did LASIK. I think our aunt, Angela, might have gotten LASIK, maybe.
Okay.
But that's not my bag. I like glasses. I like the that's like my look, you know, when I'm out in the world, or when I was out in the world, I guess.
Do we have everybody here? Let's see. We have
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
I'm missing
No.
a couple. We need
Unless
Lapata.
I kind of slide into these DMs.
Oh shit.
I'm telling you, one week I'll actually sign up for this, and then I'll place like 6th a couple times, and then never do it again.
That would be very reminiscent of my UPL experience when I was a competitor in this. Here's a little story I can tell while this lobby fills up. I was informed by the admins that my win rate here is akin to something, a baseball terminology called the Mendoza line.
Oh.
Meaning that I was so aggressively average across just every meta. And this I think dated before even Season 1. So even throughout, before Season 1 and throughout Season 1 in my time competing in UPL, I would kind of struggle to get into round 3 almost every week. Sometimes I'd get over there and then instantly lose. And you know what? It happens. Certainly it happens. How we looking?
7 people.
Still? Who are we
Theo
missing?
Ravenheart's in this lobby.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Got Theo. We got Errol. Errol's another long timer here. I see Furbu. I see Paparazzi. I see Ebun. I see Errol. I see D-Tan. Who is missing? Is this a 7-person lobby? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess it's a 7-person lobby. Yeah, huh?
All right, let's get cooking.
Let's pop back over. Let's go. Let me just double check with the admins for the go sign. Time is 53 past the hour. So we're way past that. Maybe I should check the lobby chat.
Shout out to Obama.
Okay. You know, I learned something about Obama this week.
What'd you learn about Obama?
Specifically his mom. I did learn that she did spend a lot of time in Indonesia in like in the 60s. It might have been an asset of the CIA.
Really?
Yeah, she worked with like USAID and stuff like that, and
okay.
you know, a lot of stuff. Some
Obama mama.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to spout conspiracy theories or get truly political. on UPL. We'll just throw that little tidbit.
Neither the time nor the place.
Yeah,
I
November.
think we're ready.
Good to go if you have 7.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm making an executive decision.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are good. Let's party. It's round 2. I didn't update the static board. I'll do that right now. It's round 2 right now. In fact, I'll update to round 3 just to sort of pay off, future Dan, future Doc, so I don't forget it again. And here we are, round 2, Group A. You got Gwendolyn
more
bot.
bat riders than I've seen in the last 2 months. It's like 5 bats.
A lot of bats. Shadow of the Bat.
We got the Belfry.
So last week, when I was casting with Jester, whenever we had a bot in the lobby, they would go for a very aggressive, high-leveling brawny build, usually incorporating a Legion commander. Do you think that we're going to see that much out of Gwendy here in Group A? Because they are opting for this sort of double Shadow Demon Snapfire build, which actually looks to be pretty devastating here against
It's actually
Errol.
owning right now.
Yeah. Unless this bounty hunter. No, that is a... Well,
the ward is strong.
the ward is strong, and this Shadow Demon is actually extremely poisoned. This might be a draw against Gwendy.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Incredible.
I think that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, because I don't think that sets you for either streak, right?
It keeps up a loss streak, but you don't get the reroll.
That's miserable.
That's
unfortunate
tough.
for Errol. Yikes.
Yeah. Tough start. Gwendy's going to feel it too. Because you want to re-roll those early brawnies.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Throwing in that casual Lich. Like that. Sorry, that's Lapata throwing in that Lich. Gwendolyn Bot has opted for a Slardar with a Morbid Mask instead. Aggressive stuff.
And Theo's actually has an incredibly strong opening too.
Look at that. Actually opts for that early Vit booster, Vitality booster for this Heartless comp with the Bristleback, keeping their options open. Probably gonna.
I like it.
Yeah. Likewise, probably gonna shred through Paparazzi here. Pretty easy.
Ooh, that Lich though.
That's a strong
Just
Lich.
Stop.
But I don't think there's any stopping this armor reduction and raw DPS from Theo. They're gonna go on to win 2 in a row here.
Indeed. Theo is like beaming right now, smiling ear to ear, I'm sure.
This is a very good start for Theo Ravenheart. Somebody who we did not see a ton of last week. I'd like to direct our attention over to longtime competitor and caster favorite D-Tan. We already see the makings of the D-Tan special, for those of you who are new to the stream. D-Tan loves to do low-level builds, reroll builds, that usually focus on getting a Crystal Maiden, a Lich, optioning into a Spirit comp with Storm Spirit, Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, and Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker makes no sense in that build at all.
The Spirits.
It's
Spirit Breaker is an excellent CC option.
But it's a roll build, so he gets all of them to 3 stars.
Okay.
And the bash chance is great. All of the spirits have wonderful 3-star abilities. But this is like literally every single round I've seen this guy play, he goes this build.
Does he get success?
He won one week. He won the whole week one week.
Let's go.
So I can talk all the smack I want, but I mean it does get results. He's won one more week of UPL than I have.
The heresy. I see the heretic. Lycan has entered the battle arena.
I think this is just for the early human, yeah.
Okay.
Early man.
Classic. You're well versed. Furbu going for the early level to try to keep up that streak.
Okay, yeah. Lapata also opting for that early level 4 there with their build as well. Checking out D-Tan here up against Ebun. Lycan is up against this double Chaos Knight Batrider opening. Gets eaten up pretty quick. But
he's too buff.
Yeah, I mean, these early night, we talk about the shrimp, the little 1-star shrimp knights. But I mean, they are taking these guys to task right now. That's a 2-star Batrider.
there are no shrimps in this sea. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 Chaos Knights, Peck's out. You got a
Yeah.
2-star Bat Rider.
Yeah, these CKs are absolutely yoked in every definition of that word. But let's
Ooh,
check out
Furbu
Furbu.
actually, yeah, with the early level. Don't
Mhm.
take the armlet, please. With the early level, actually went up against Theo, who also had a streak. So that was an incredible decision.
Yeah,
Tough
absolutely.
decision to make, really.
Speaking of tough decisions, what do you think of this itemization? I know I brought this up last round, but we do have a
Mm.
Quelling Blade coming out for Furbu in a lobby where I believe he is the only summoner.
Well, if they get themselves as a ghost, they will be well prepared.
Okay. I can
And
see
you
that.
never know what Gwendolyn's going for.
That's true. Bot is sort of Charlie Day in that one episode of It's Always Sunny.
Wild card.
I do love this. So, let's talk about. We can. I mean, Furby's probably going to take this home against D-Tan, right? D-Tan is still struggling to find a pair of units. Probably has the biggest pair and sort of like other nomenclature in UPL just for trying to force this build every single game. Let's talk about Gwendy. Let's talk about Gwendolyn Bot here. And I know this is
Why?
you may ask why, but I will say that Gwendy has opted to stay at 3, field a Tusk, field a Tusk, field a Slardar, field a Dragonlance Snapfire, jumps up to 5, the most aggressive leveler in this game. Now, just like eats 2 levels right off the bat, is benching this 2-star Shadow Demon. You gotta love it. We haven't had.
Dragonlance Snapfire's bad, right?
It does seem bad.
You don't shotgun people.
I don't think that. Yeah, I'm not sure how that affects the shotgun. I've switched back over to Furbu as they take on Aboon's Knights. The LC's in there too. But yeah, that is. I think it's still. I think the spread might happen at target time. Like, when it reaches the target, then it calculates the spread. The adjacent units versus, like, if you're doing some, like, crosstown traffic, doing, like, a cross-map shotgun, like hits everyone on the map, which would actually be nasty. I would love that.
Nasty.
I mean, then Snapfire's 3-star bonus makes sense, right, with that additional armor reduction.
Well, even though I think it's a decent 3-star bonus, I mean, I'm not thrilled about it. The best 3-star you get from it is Mortimer's Kisses becoming sick.
Yeah. Yeah, the extra spits are certainly very, very good. Furbu taking on Paparazzi here, going for that. They're chilling at 3, and they have actually found an early Terror Blade for that. That early level of Fallen there will not give them a kill, maybe 1 kill against Furbu, who is now 7 wins into their streak. Going for this early Savage Summoner Shaman build, and it looks like they are not stopping anytime soon.
D-Tan found the Spirit Breaker.
Okay, another piece of the puzzle coming together.
Progression, yep.
Chilling at 3. Most of this lobby's chilling at 3. I'm not counting Gwendolyn Bot, because Gwendolyn Bot has plan. You know what? Gwendolyn Bot, what I will say, has a plan for that 2-star Shadow Demon. I don't know what it is. I don't know why this Juggernaut is here.
They progress into Brawny. I mean, Brawny's the goal.
Brawny's the goal. I still don't know, but, like, why have the Shadow Demon?
To give demon bonus to LC, of course.
Okay. Eventually is the
What's a long play? What's the rush?
Yeah, I guess what's the rush? They're going to be aggressive leveling here. Man, finding this. I will say, finding this early 2-star Nature's Prophet has done wonders for this early Shaman build for Furbu, because that gives you like a really powerful Nature's Wrath.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly with this 2-star Enchantress, keeping everyone alive, giving that higher untouchable chance for the creep as well. It's a good long time with the dog.
This is the good part of Shaman. Shaman is so strong early on, it's easy to get that early streak. And then you just run over lobbies, right?
That's the theory. Does it come out in practice? I feel like when Shaman crests, and now I'm starting to think, the play for Shaman might actually be doing a Brute Poisoner style aggressive level. because you always want to overwhelm. Like, that's the thrust of that build. It's a very momentum-based build. You always want to have just more units on the board, strong units on the board. And, like, I think staying down low and rolling with Shaman doesn't produce results. I think doing like even like a sensible like chilling at 30 and then like living off the interest kind of build won't produce results either. I think you actually do have to go for that hyper leveling build if you're gonna try to make that work at all.
Yeah, even if you want to go like 6 shaman, love that build. You
Love
want
that
to
build.
power level to 8, kind of roll on 8 a little bit rather than 7.
Yeah, getting like 2-star spirit or 2-star Beastmaster helps.
Yes.
Get that extra attack speed on kill for the creep.
I actually think that's the most important part of the build.
Yeah.
If you're going for the rank 2 savage variant. Ooh, underlords have dropped.
Because that gives you like the snowball, right? Because like you get the kill, you get the attack speed, you start building up damage. That gets you kills faster, so you can constantly sort of like chain just being in that state.
Seeing a triple yoink.
Yeah, a lot of NO
Triple
this
yoink
time.
lobby.
We see 3 jewels, and actually Anesix only 2 of them. Has the age of Anesix fallen?
I feel like she's more nichey. I mean, you talk about Enthrall is good in every comp, or can be run in every comp, maybe not perfect.
That we've killed God in our lives.
Oh, of course.
Nietzsche.
Shout out to Nietzsche.
Shout out to Nietzsche. But yeah, no, I totally feel that. I still think she is the go-to Underlord Fortnite builds. Probably for Hunter builds as well. These high physical DPS builds. But beyond that, like, she doesn't really fit in a Spirit comp.
I
Kinda...
like what's it called? Heartless. 3 Heartless with Enthrall.
Yeah, super good. Like, armor is a far and distant dream at that point. So just taking a quick look around, now that we have our Underlords out, we start to see these builds start to firm up across the board. We see some Brute action. We see some Assassins from Errol. No 3 stars yet. Paparazza running back that Fallen Hunter. Lapa is definitely going for these Poisoner Brute. Actually, 2 Poisoner Brutes out on the board now. Boone is going for this Deep Knight build. Only has Knights on the board at level 5. D-Tan is doing D-Tan things down there with a Spirit build. God bless
Progression,
him.
though. Progression.
I mean, the Spirits are out, and that is like, like last week, I was sitting here talking with Joker. It's like, oh man, the Spirits are out. Like, could this be the turning point? And it's like, oh, you got the 3-star Spirit. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where D-Tan makes a run, and I do think he did place like second in that lobby. So, I will say, I will hold my tongue. D-Tan has a tough road to hoe, a long road to walk. They are currently, they lose there behind Lapata, placing them in last behind the bot. That's tough.
Well, let's talk about the 4th dimension, right? We're looking at a chessboard here of Underlords. Let's take it to the 4th dimension.
Yeah, let's do it. Dive in. I'm in the
D-Tan
hypercube.
Like, if you know that D-Tan's doing this, are you going to contest that?
That's the thing, right? That's the thing, because, like, you cannot contest that build at all, because nobody will commit harder to this build than D-Tan.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not gonna mess around with that.
check it. Let's look at this bench. Look at this bench. Like, this is a commit. This is a level of commitment that monogamous couples could only dream of, right? Like, this. How many Spirit Breakers is? It's like 6 Spirit Breakers. I think there's a Lich. Is there a Lich on the board? No.
Not at the moment.
It's just the 3
No.
Spirits in CM, right?
Yeah.
So that's 6 CMs. We're looking at like 5 Earth Spirits, maybe, right? Because yeah, everyone's level 2 on the board. D-Tan gets like consumed by Theo Ravenheart here. Takes an 8 damage hit. We're gonna stick on D-Tan for a while because they are kind of approaching heartbeat
Errol's
range.
owning, though. What does Errol have right now?
Errol is running Poison or Brute.
Yes.
I think there is a transition here. Actually, this okay. So this might actually be a Poisoner Brute Assassin build, which is a development that I haven't really seen.
Well, it's like maybe this is just a transition, a transitory build. You're at level 6, and these 6 units together is such a tight composition, right?
Brute Hat coming out for Errol here. Yeah, it's very, very tight. You've got poison coming in from from that Alchemist, Venomancer, Queen of Pain. Picks up the Brute hat too, so now Venomancer is also a Brute.
Ooh, DP, early DP.
Yeah, for the Heartless combo with the Lifestealer, approaching for a Brute there, 3 on the board. Interesting stuff. Theo Ravenheart actually just got that 3-star Drow Ranger too. It has 2 Wind Rangers on the board, I guess, for that extra vigilant action. And I think Errol's just gonna eat him up.
Drow got chomped. Well, it's tough. If you outnumber them as poisoner, you can just focus on one person, get all the stacks, and they're like another shrimp.
Yeah.
You know.
Dip them in the marinara sauce.
Yeah.
Shell them. Straight
Will
down.
D10 beat Gwendolyn bot?
Let's take a look. Popping over here.
Oh, it's close.
Oh,
Oh,
the
the
Doom.
Doom.
The Doom. The second Doom from Doom there.
That is an early Doom.
That's a very...
What's
well,
going on?
you say that, but Gwendy did hit 6. Actually, let's check the odds here for Gwendolyn.
5%?
5% and gets the Doom.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is quite crazed. So, if the point of this 2-star Shadow Demon, which Gwendolyn bot still clings to lovingly, if that is the activator for the LC's Demon bonus, I do not know why they still exist there, given that Doom is on the board. But the bigger news here is that D10 has gotten his 3-star Spirit Breaker.
Ooh. Progression. That's huge progression, actually.
And the Delta Slam comes out, and it's miserable. It is positively miserable from D10. Like,
You get another?
Murders Brillium, J Bruiser, Ember goes down, or Spirit goes down, Storm Spirit goes down, and that is that. Falls to Aboon's Knights. Falls to 18 health, and E-Man, I don't know. It might not be D10's around here.
It's decision time, right? Do you give up? Oh, yes.
Do you give up? The answer is no.
Well, do you level? I'm thinking
You
like
gotta,
do
right?
level
You gotta,
now?
you
gotta
gotta
put something
level.
else on the board.
You
Yeah.
gotta get that 3-star Lich out, because that is actually huge.
Yeah, these 4 things on the board isn't gonna cut it.
Yeah,
Do you abandon spirits for the time being and go for the mage?
it popped up.
Okay, popped up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Still though,
Well, to get Mage out, you need to take out the Spirit Breaker or break up Spirits.
I break up spirits. You have 5 units.
Well, I mean, the majority of your damage here is going to be from these Delta Slams, and D10's going to go up against Paparazza, sporting 2-star Terror Blades, going for that Fallen Dream. The first meta is out, and that Delta Slam is actually quite good. The Chain Frost comes out and is doing significant damage here. This might actually just be the cleanup from D10. The second Delta Slam comes through, disarms the healthy Terror Blade, gets silenced, gets disarmed, and that is a win from D10. And yes, that might actually be the turning point here. Only his second win this lobby, sitting at that 2-13 record in actual sort of Yang contrast to the Yin contrast of Furbu, who is 13-2.
It's the nature of the builds, right? D10 build, you might struggle a little bit early, whereas
Might be
with,
more than a little bit.
Summoner,
Is what I'll say.
I'm rooting for you though. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk smack on D10's intermediary processes because I love the taste of my own toes, sole, and just like larger part of my foot. And you know what? Shout out to everyone in chat today here in Twitch chat. We got, you know, your Serious Sam fans, your Foster ULs, Gare Snaps here. Thanks for coming out, even for these early rounds. I know things start to fill in closer to the final lobby time, but it's good to have y'all for these early rounds because you get to see stuff like this. D10 going up against Errol here, gets that Delta Slam off, and this is actually the turning point for D10 here, getting that second 3-star unit. Because now he's cooking.
Well, as far as theory when it comes to spirits, having 3 spirits usually ain't enough. Because Ember Spirits generally squishy. Also, I want to see the Legbreaker's Fedora on Ember.
I think that's a better call.
For reasons.
Because they can apply the brute debuff to everybody in the Sleight of Fist, right?
Indeed. Oh, another
second
hat?
Fedora?
Give me more hats.
Swordsman? More hats.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me
Oh,
more
and there it
hats.
is. Yeah, puts the fedora on the Ember Spirit. You get your wish. Meanwhile, Gwendybot is losing. I'm not going to watch them because they are just absolutely just geeked out of their mind on some other stuff. Has actually venged that
Agreed.
Snapfire with the Dragon Lance, so they're playing an item down too. Just kind of like actively throwing here in the lobby. Can we
It's,
get can we get admins in on this? Because this is kind of suspicious play. Gare or Zex, if you can just kind of take take Gwendolyn Bot aside and give him a talking to about how we do things here. D-Tan going up against Lapata and the Brutes, and this could actually be a rough go. But here comes the Delta Slam.
Yeah, do the triangles care about Bruce?
I think because Brute is only an attack damage debuff, right?
I'm not sure.
It says damage.
It says damage.
Just says damage, and yeah, that's one of those things that we could use a bit of a clarification on, rulebook wise. Alchemist and Dazzler just kind of sit there and take it, but I think this Lycan can clean this up because the Storm Spirit does seem to really, truly hate that dummy. It's not a big hit for D-Tan, but it is concerning as they do drop down to 14 health though.
You don't have many more of those left, especially as like if you go against Paparazzi level 8, that could be a haymaker.
Yeah, truly. Paparazzi's not doing too well themselves though. So 3-star
Okay.
Storm. Okay.
Storm Spirit is alive.
Is the goal for D-Tan here to sit and level? They are still rolling. That's the 8th Crystal Maiden.
No, you
they're gonna roll.
trust the process.
I actually skipped over an Alchemist there during the roll, forgoing that 4th Brute.
Well,
In
you don't
favor.
have enough slots. Like the next thing you're gonna slot in is that Crystal Maiden.
Uh-huh. Then you're at 6.
And when Gwendolyn Bot dies out, more Dooms are gonna be available.
That's true. That's
Go
also
for
that's
that.
that's very, very true. And that is an enthralled Spirit Breaker. That's devastating stuff. Although that is a very good Delta Slam. I don't know how
Charge
Spirit
the
Breaker
line.
ended up where they did. And this is going to be a painful kind of 6 damage smack here, courtesy of Theo Ravenheart.
Gwendolyn Bot is eliminated.
Seek help, Gwendy. Gotta learn to let go of
Yeah.
those 2-star units that you do not have use for.
The low roll and don't select anything strategy did not work for the Brawnies, and we get the Crystal Maiden. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, that's the 4th 3-star unit for D-Tan now. He does not have the cash to level up and put them in. Will next round if my memory does if might have the gold is what I'm trying to say here.
Maybe. I mean, they're quite impoverished. I think you do CM instead of that Ember.
Instead of the Ember. Okay.
Yeah, you get Mage 1. I mean, Mage 1 with Storm Spirit is so much damage.
That is a ton of damage. Chain Frost coming out here. The barrel's coming out here, and I think D-Tan's actually going to clean up Paparazzi. We were talking about that particular matchup before. It's a 3-on-3 now. Star advantage is going to D-Tan's favor, and yes, they are going to clean up 9 damage to Paparazzi.
That's just a really good matchup for D-Tan.
Yeah, I would agree. Now let's see if they get 11 gold between rounds. Pop up to level 6. They do not.
Take a look at the top 3 lobbies. Poisoner.
Poisoner, I mean, hey, Poisoner is good. Poisoner Brute is good.
Errol has Armlet 3-star Slark.
Oh my goodness gracious. That is devastating stuff.
Yep.
Something that Jester brought up last week during our cast is that when Pittier was running the China tournament, Chinese players love picking up armlets, more so than we see here in our primarily Western scene.
Okay. Well, it's not good when you can get an armlet, right? Because the shrimp don't have enough health to sustain that. But as you
Oh,
get more stars,
Furbu's Ghost takes it to that Lich. This is close. This
Close.
could be bad for D-Tan and takes 7 damage.
Oh, come on.
And it might actually be a race to 7th here between D-Tan and Theo Ravenheart as Theo falls ever further down. And actually, it looks like Paparazzi and Theo are eating each other's lunch.
Tough.
That's a big refresher or pickup here for the Lich. goes for the Maelstrom instead.
Oops. Well,
Is
that's
it
a tough mechanic
Is it an
issue.
oops? Is it an oops?
Good question.
I think it.
Will it even matter? Levels up to 6. The build is online. Theo finally gets the 3-star Shadow Demon, freed up from the Gwendolyn bot.
Yep.
Gwendolyn's clutches. All right, I'm going to vent before stuff gets really serious. I was running a Brawny comp,
Uh-huh.
and there was this person in last place who was going the 6 swordsman build, who was
Uh-huh.
holding on to juggernauts.
Mhm.
And I'm tearing my hair out, sitting on 60, 70 gold, waiting for them to just die.
It's going hog wild. Raiding the war chest. It happens. It happens. You hate to see it. Chain Frost out. Delta Slam out. D-Tan here up against Iboon's Knights. It looks to be doing pretty well. Iboon did get that 3-star Chaos Knight.
Another charge, though. Huge charge.
Huge charge, and yeah, Chaos Knight is in that real folk blue situation and is not going to win. D-Tan hanging on with 1 life. Theo Ravenheart also now clinging to mortality with 1 health as well. And we got a game here. And
It's a stratified lobby.
yeah, it is, but it is, you know, if you just look north of Iboon, things are starting to close up within those strata.
Wow. The Boon hits the 3-star LC now to pair with that.
And a 3-star Omni, okay.
Okay, now we're serious.
Iboon is here to stay, I think. Iboon might avoid death here, and unfortunately, D-Tan does get second place. Furbu has gone 0-3 up against this gentleman. That Spectre does work. Eliminates the
nothing.
Lich. Yeah. The Chain Frost did do massive work there, and that's going to be a win there from D-Tan. And at the same time, Theo Ravenheart pulling it out against Paparazza.
You know, I see the synergy between Spirit Breaker and Crystal Maiden. The charge cooldown is so low now.
It does get quite low. That's a very good point. And also, there is synergy between Spirit Breaker and Ember Spirit, because Spirit Breaker is going to charge the backlines, and that actually makes Ember Spirit live a lot longer, because that adds to the possible targets for these backliners to target.
It's true.
So he's not just focused down all the time.
Maybe there's more theory than we thought here.
Yeah.
This is some big brain. These are the big brain hours right here.
D-Tan jumps up to 7.
Yep.
Actually,
Add another spirit in there.
sold his 7th Earth Spirit, I think.
Yep. Well, you don't want to hold on to it for next game, right?
That's true too. D-Tan is clinging to life here. And we could see a triple kill here if Lapada does pull this out, although that is an absolutely devastating Delta Slam from D-Tan. I think D-Tan is going to clean this up. Spirit Dummy to fall, and Theo Ravenheart does go out against Errol's Brute Poisoners. So they will actually take 7th. D-Tan will live and deal a hefty 17 damage slam up against Lapada. Yeah, I mean, this is the joy of D-Tan, you know. Paparazza will lose against Iboon's Ghost here, take home 7th place. D-Tan forces this build, clings on to life by a thread, and sneaks into could be a 5th place finish here. But, I mean, it was looking very bad for a while before D-Tan decided to ascend.
I love it. Oh, Iboon. Oh, okay, and Furbu gets the 3-star.
Furbu gets
Spectre.
the win button.
Ooh.
That is Heaven's Halberd Spectre, too. So that adds to the survivability, because that's all you really need for Spectre, to be fair.
Well, you got Heaven's Halberd, 3-star Omni, Craggy Coat, 3-star Abba. Absolute beefcakes in the front line.
Yeah, that is some chufty stuff. We're going to see D-Tan up against Furbu again. This is always a fun fight, but now Furbu's got that 3-star Spectre. Gets disarmed, gets silenced.
Can't attack. You
Yeah.
got the Crystal Maiden frostbiting. You got the disarms from Storm Spirit Delta Slam.
Actually, absolutely devastating, but this Slark is getting quite yoked. Iboon
Iboon gets knocked out.
Yep. This Slark. Oh, what a disarm!
Wow.
Actually won D-Tan this match, actually, that Heaven's Halberd on the Storm Spirit. Disarm.
Let's go.
D-Tan, 4th place, at least.
You know, I see a lot of you out there talking junk.
This happens, like, you gotta understand, this happens every single time I cast D-Tan. It's why I'm always so pumped to see him in my lobbies.
This is a treat.
It really is. And like it's
So flat?
I recently went to the art museum. It's like my first kind of big like post-COVID, or I guess like in COVID urban adventure. I went to the art museum here in Fair, Philadelphia, and they have a wonderful wing dedicated solely to East Asian art, sculpture. They have this puzzle sphere. It is a 14 layer hollow sphere carved from a single piece of ivory, and it's intricate. It's a beautiful piece, and that's kind of like what it is casting D10 week after week. You just every week we get further into this, further into the puzzle sphere here of D10's constant success, where he does force this same build week in week out. I believe that does disable her 3-star passive, the Doom, but she thugs it out. She can't die. Turns out.
Yeah, stopped.
Yeah,
this isn't. I love this. This to me is love.
This is Underlords to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a 5 streak now for D-Tan after falling down to 1 health. Furbu 9 health. That's after.
I was watching a TED talk earlier called "This is what democracy looks like."
This
is what Underlords
This is what Underlords looks like. You got Errol in first, chilling with this brute poisoner build. 3-star Slark with Butterfly now. Armlet relegated to the Venomancer.
Okay.
Furbu, it is going to be a different story if Furbu does see D-Tan again, because Furbu now has a Black King bar on his 3-star Spectre. So they will not be disarmed, they will not be Delta Slam, they will not be silenced.
The two streakers coming up against each other.
Errol versus D-Tan. And like this is a 3-star Slark with a Butterfly. The Butterfly's not going to help them out too much against Delta Slams and Disarms. Not that Delta Slam would hit. That one does, though. And that's a beefy one.
Hits everybody.
That's a lot of health being stolen back. Oh,
Furbu gets knocked out.
Furbu gets knocked out. D-Tan now was in 7th place in a bot lobby with 1 health. Has outlived Furbu, has outlived Eboon's Nuts, has outlived Paparazzi, has outlived Theo Ravenheart, and now sits in 3rd place.
Oh, this is great.
Chilling at level 7, beats a 3-star Slark, beats this brute comp. See, that's like spirit comps don't care about brute comps, and that is why they are like the sort of like 2 big juggernauts of this meta, just slapping into one another, constantly like wrestling for dominance at the top of these lobbies. We're not going to watch D-Tan this round because they are up against a ghost. We'll check out Lapata versus Errol, our 2 poisoners here. Yeah, we see a Dragon Knight. That's part of like a sort of like good stuff school of thought when it comes to these brute poisoner builds.
Well, it's like you got the in with Viper. They have a 2-star Viper who's solid. Oh my goodness gracious, this Slark is wiling out.
Yep. And for a while there, that Slark was poisoned, so he was unable to lifesteal. But Slark's 3-star ability is the Purge. Dark Pact, yes. Which allowed him to just get rid of all that poison.
Ooh.
2-star Doom
2-star
up.
Doom.
For Lapata. D-Tan lived against that ghost. D-Tan can't be stopped. Errol disconnects, because Errol knows.
Oh, wow. They're just done.
They're
cooked.
done. It's like,
Terrified.
I'm in first, but why even compete against D-Tan?
Well, the ghost lost to D-Tan.
Yep. Well, watch our. So this is a kill round, okay? Pretty much strictly, because if you win this round, you're pretty much going to kill your opponent. This is D-Tan versus Lapata.
Doom goes on the Lich.
That means no Chain Frost. I did not see the Chain Frost coming out, but I mean, you know, Crystal Maiden's still in here doing their thing. Storm Spurt's in there doing their thing. Their Delta Slam comes out. That Doom should be wearing off soon-ish. Lich will not live to get that Chain Frost out, and this is actually the death of D-Tan. Super
You're
sad.
a hero. I will remember you, and I'm gonna run you in my pubs.
Shout out to D-Tan for again providing us with another absolutely fantastic lobby of hype and goodwill.
But look at Lapata, second straight top 2.
Yeah, Lapata came to play this week here, and good week to come to play because this is, of course, the last week of regular season play here for Season 10 of UPL. You do good here, you get good league points, you go on to our playoffs next week, our grand finals, if you will. Although I understand that final doesn't work on this project anymore. Errol getting the big buys in this round 29. It's a 3-star Ember Spirit, a 3-star Alchemist. We got Poison, we got Assassin, we got Full Brute. This is a challenging matchup for Lapata, but here we are. Dragon Knight
I
out.
want to shout out the flexibility of Lapata. You saw 2 different schools of thought coming out from them. The low roll 3 stars versus the more horizontal 2-star builds.
Yeah, the hyper leveling kind of fare. And this is actually a very close matchup here. Alchemist attacking very slowly. The bear is out, and it's now looking like a Lapata victory.
Yes. Wow. I didn't expect that given the recent kind of boons.
What happened to Slark?
3 stars.
Might have gotten brooded. His Brute is kind of brutal for Slark, although it does give him more time to just like sit and chew on a unit, even if they get even if he gets his attack debuffed.
Oh boy.
Another 3-star coming out here for Errol. Maybe it's the Spectre that'll push him over the threshold.
Who gets the Dagon? Spearbreaker Dagon. Yes.
Just like my pubs.
Yes.
You know? Do I build Dagon next time I play Spirit Breaker? Just think about it, right?
Dan.
You really just want to get in
You're
there.
playing with me, okay?
It's Dagons all day.
Damage from that Spectre. Most came from Spectral Dagger. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's quite sad.
Actually, most came from the Spectre 3-star effect.
Oh, that's the burn, right?
Yeah, they
That's
really
it.
had a visual for that. And that's the ticket.
Yep. There's that last couple 3-star units here. Spectre 3-star coming in, doing their thing. Of course, Slark's coming in, did like 2,000 damage off of Dark Packs alone, but that 9k auto attack damage, 11k damage. Congratulations to Errol taking the lobby here in Group A. And yeah, I mean, let's take a quick rundown of what we saw here. We see Brute Poisoner coming out on top again, although I'm sure that 3-star Spectre helped in no small part. We saw Lapata going for a lot of stuff, an almost rainbow build here. Had some summoners, had some poisoners, went full Brute, had some trolls in there as well. And yeah, I mean, we saw some Brute on Brute action to round out the lobby, but that's not the story of the lobby. It's always D-Tan. It's always D-Tan, star of the lobby, coming in third with an absolutely, like, madman run from 7th all the way up to 3rd on 1 health. Are you kidding me?
And let me rant a bit about Ebon. Like, you get the build. You get what you want. Uncontested Knights, you get your 3 stars, and you come in 5th. Like, this is the plight of Knights. The Knight plight.
I have to agree with you there. And part of this is actually getting... You know, we see the troll in there almost assuredly was a Dazzle and Bat Rider. But without that... without Omni Knight, you don't get the healer bonus, which is just more damage for your Legion Commander. So, I mean, this is pretty much what you want your level 6 to look like as Knights when you go low-roll Knights. Except you want, I think he had like an Abaddon or something instead. But
he had the Omni. He had 3-star Omni, 3-star Abba. He didn't have the Dazzle. He had Shadow Shaman, I believe.
What? That's why. All right, well, that's a mistake in my opinion. That might be a... Because
Especially with Summon Demonic Golem.
Yeah, I mean that's just so much healing if you can get the Dazzle in there for the 1 level healer bonus. But yeah, it is unfortunate. Yeah, completely uncontested. That should not have played out like that. Very sad. We saw the hunters eating at each other, finishing 5th or 6th and 7th. We had Gwendolyn bot going for that full brawny build that like we like to see our bot friends do. We are getting the call from the admins to hop over to Group D, which I cannot do. Unfortunate as well. Oh, I left the party for that. Can I do it through Steam? No. Few players, maybe.
I left the party
oh,
for that.
That's
Boom.
recent games.
Left the party for that.
That could be a good sad techno round, you know.
Everything could be sad reggaeton if you really
If you want
believe
it.
in the heart of the card.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, in lieu of not having a lobby to look at, let's throw 5 up on the board, huh?
Excellent.
And we'll go AFK. I definitely need a little break myself. And,
I'm gonna eat some peanuts and then drink some water.
Oh, dude. Okay, so before I go to break, before I throw it to break, I will say that recently Steph, my dear fiance, did order something off of the internet that arrived at our home. A product called Buffalo Nuts. They are peanuts with buffalo sauce seasoning, but it's not like sauce. It's just like a buffalo seasoning. And I'll tell you what, they're real good.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna get that.
Buffalo nuts.
Yeah, it's some beef jerky. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back with round 3, the first post-elimination round here in UPL. I'm Dr. Heckle. Joining me again this week is Snowplows, and we'll be back in 5. See you then. the scoreboard real quick. We're live, briefly, so I can join the party and not show the code. Speckin', we'll be right back.
combined strength, victory will be ours.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Dr. Heckle, it's Snowplows. We're here with round 3 of UPL Season 10, Week 4, final week of the regular season. How you liking it so far, little bro?
Loving it. I mean, I learned things today that you can only learn here.
Mm-hmm.
So, well worth the time, well worth the effort, and always a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really stress how much just like coming in, week out has elevated my game. Just in Underlord, seeing what the competitive scene is like, what leveling strategies are like, rolling strategies are like, positioning, things like that. It's just like a wonderful educational experience as well as being extremely hype.
For sure.
I think we are waiting for Pervac to ready up. D-Tan has rejoined us for this lobby, and if I can switch over to the game view real quick, we have some, again, familiar faces, even from last round. We got Furbu in here. Got Lapata. Got Def Not Smoge, who is actually Smoge, a long timer here for UPL. Got Errol coming back. And of course, we got D-Tan. We got another D-Tan lobby coming for this third round. Always a joy. And we got Pervac. And as soon as Pervac readies up, we'll get this show on the road.
Excellent. Yeah, a lot of known faces here. And like I saw a lot of these. I think the other week I did was the playoffs, right? A lot of these names from the playoff. Pervac is readied up.
Alrighty, I'll get the all clear once time is ready. Alrighty, we are good to go. It's 51 past the hour, which means it is time to play some Underlords.
All right. What do you think D-Tan's going for?
I think it's going to be a warrior comp. I think he's gonna go hard. He's gonna go Fallen this round. He's gonna do Fallen.
6 warriors for the firm 8th place.
Yeah. What do you think Warrior needs right now? Because Warrior's pretty trash, right?
I think like Juggernaut. Make Juggernaut.
Just putting Juggernaut back in the
Why
Warrior
not?
camp. I don't understand why they took him out because his typing is absolutely like mind-boggling right now.
Well, I think they weren't sure how good Swordsman was going to be. Maybe they thought Summoner was going to be more prevalent, thus making Swordsman better.
I could see that.
Oh, an open forwarder. Who's open forwarding? Oh, okay.
D-Tan. You know, that tells me that he just didn't get... Oh, never mind. D-Tan did. I guess he's blacklisting. He's got some... he's got this Anti-Mage Magnus Tusk. Or maybe he just wants to open for it a bit until he can get some CMs. Nikita out here chomping his style, has his 2 CMs with the Chaos Knight.
Ooh,
Let's watch
that's
some people.
tough.
Yeah, that
Can
double
you
CM
explain to
opening.
Me, sorry to interrupt, but can you explain blacklisting and whitelisting for me? I'm not very clear on the mechanics.
I actually aren't... I'm not very clear either.
Okay.
I know...
Sorry to call you out there.
No, it's fine, because I know at one point, I do keep bringing up that term. I know at one point, there was a mechanic in-game where if you bought... It was either if you bought a unit or didn't buy a unit and you re-rolled, you wouldn't be offered that unit or... Yeah, you wouldn't be offered that unit in your next roll.
Oh, interesting.
So that was a way to better your odds for getting specific to, like, you know, 2 cost or 1 cost units for those rolling builds.
Okay.
So here's a challenging thing that Nikita just did. I'm watching Nikita right now. I had 2 CMs, sold them, bought 2 Venomancers, and then picked up a Kaya. Put the Kaya on a Venomancer who does not benefit from that even a little bit. Either of your Venomancers are not going to like that. Putting that on the Chaos Knight is actually a pretty good good option, but perhaps Nikita is looking into the future and saw that his Chaos Knight would not be able to cast a single spell, having been slapped by an Anti-Mage repeatedly to death. Did not cast Chaos Bolt. You hate...
Oh, the Plague Wards versus Daddy.
Yep. See, this is a challenging prospect for Lapata here because... Or for rather Nikita, because Lapata does have the thing that can still make the Plague Wards versus the Plague Wards by themselves.
Versus the Shrimp.
This is the Shrimp, the true Shrimp. Plague Wards do kind of look like Shrimp.
They do. That's more relevant. All right, D-Tan has hit the nuts.
Yep, D-Tan's got it. D-Tan is off to the races here. Has the Voidstone on the CM and the Lich and the Spirit Breaker. If I'm D-Tan, I am just like salivating at this flop.
Errol, however, has the 2-star Storm Spirit.
Oh, man. Errol is a challenger to the throne. A high heretic in the Church of D-Tan is actually going to try to contest him here on the Spirits. But it's not a death sentence.
He doesn't know.
Not a death sentence, not by any stretch. Again, you know, there's a lot of units. at these cost tiers.
Yeah, that's a benefit of going for some low roll stuff. There's tons of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in higher tiers, like even getting like a 2-star unit at 5 costs can be quite hard. Like getting a 2-star Wraith King or a 2-star Dusa, 2-star Troll Warlord, it's tough. Getting that,
For good reason.
Yeah,
That stuff
exactly.
up-ends the game.
Indeed. Like I remember back in the day, back when Dragon Knight was still a 4-cost unit, like how good it felt to get that Fire Dragon with the splash.
Oh, so good.
Shout out
Sand King with a 4-star. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Actually, shout out to Fire Dragon, the streamer.
Oh, yeah. He did,
It was a Luigi's Mansion
Luigi's
runner.
Mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved running that. Ran Super Mario Sunshine is how I found him.
Yeah, Pokemon Runner, I think.
He did some Pokemon. I think he just plays Sword and Shield casually now, but
Okay. Still chill.
yeah. Yesterday he actually won a Fall Guys tournament. Twitch Rivals Fall Guys,
Ooh.
actually. So shout-outs to him on that
Yeah.
magnificent win. I watched him throughout that run. Steph and I love him. Steph's really into his stream, actually. Follows him, follows
He's a really
Lupo.
gentle soul.
Yeah, he's got a good, wholesome stream.
Yeah. Items coming out.
Items coming out. Arrow re-rolling there. Is this an armlet pickup?
That was tough. You rerolled some good stuff to get an armlet.
Does pick up the armlet.
Well, apparently armlet's good. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Armlet Storm. Like, coming from, like, playing, like, 6,000 hours of Dota, seeing some of this stuff just it knocks me on my bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I joke and say, like, just like my pubs, but, like, seeing Armlet
That's
Storm is...
unforgivable.
Do you still lose health when you're zipping around? I wonder.
You are invulnerable.
As Storm Spirit?
You are invulnerable in Ball Lightning.
Interesting. Watching Nox here, who's streaking. Has that early Spectre. Goes up against another Spectre. That's a Spectre supported by an early Shaman.
Lapata and Nox killing it.
Yeah, absolutely forging their path here. And that is a Nature's Prophet Shaman, too. So we got the Wrath of Nature. The Untouchable chance from Enchantress. Good early opening from Nox. Meanwhile, over here, Lapata has that early Rogue with the Anti-Mage with the early Vit Booster, a Blink Queen of Pain, and that Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter
Blink
and Quab.
Queen of Pain. Let's go.
Shout out to, well, no, actually not shout out to Jimmy Ho, because, yeah, he is a bad person, it turns out. We found out this year.
He made some boo-boos.
Yes, he made some pretty horrible life decisions and deserves to be ostracized for it.
Correct.
Lapata's out here. Still continuing that streak, still crushing it. Actually subbed out that Anti-Mage for a Alchemist.
Yep.
Kind of goofed on the Vit Booster positioning there at the start. Didn't matter. Absolutely
Got
took
away
it to
with it.
D10. He was
Fine.
against early stage D10. When we talk about D10, we want to talk about like a power curve. It's more like a stepwise function, right?
Yep.
It is very low for a very long time, and then it just kind of goes all the way up.
Frampton comes alive.
Yeah. Do you feel like D-Tan do?
I hope so.
He's got that 2-star
Might-
Lich now.
Like, go to my basement and see what I can do about that.
All right. So we actually got a street clash here between Lapata and
Yes.
Nox. Let's go.
Huge. And this is round 7. This is for the 7 streak.
Yeah, that's a big one. Lapata, or that Nox's rather, Spectre's coming out here trying to do work.
And continues. Can we get the second Spectral Dagger?
It might come out here. It's going to be close. It's going to be kind of contingent on that dagger. Does get it out. Just ekes it out. Lapata falls just short of that 7th win. Sprays down the thanks. The manners
Wow.
from Lapata.
Yeah, I want to see how Nox progresses.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is a very strong opening. We have a, we say good stuff, but this is very good stuff. We got early Shaman plus Spectre. Like, how can you get better than that?
There's just a Earth Spirit slapped in there. Why not? He's so naturally tanky.
D10 1.
Uh-oh.
D10's unstoppable.
That's actually bad for him. That's the lose streak.
That might actually be bad, because that does end his lose streak. You are quite right.
Well, here we go. Now they're spiking.
Yep.
Now they're gonna go for this win streak. Starting now. Starting round 8.
Yep. Starting now, we got that CM 2-star now. Lich is 2-star for D-Tan. Goes up against Furbu, who's opting for this. Looks like a Brawny Dragon build, actually, with some brute action going on. Let's see what their pop over to Furbu's view. Got 11 kills on Brawny. Not too shabby for these early rounds.
A ton on the early Juggernaut. I saw that they had 2 early Jugs. That's such a natural transition into Brawny.
Oh, yeah. Of course, it's tough because Puck does vulture a lot of these kills. Did get a couple kills there at the end with the Illusory Orb.
That's okay.
But yeah, could be worse.
You don't need it all. You don't have to be greedy.
This is such a tight lineup here from Furbu too. Has Brawny, had Dragon. The Puck is gone. He's like, I don't need Puck stealing any more of my kills. Get out of here. So they pick up
double Spirit Breaker.
Picked up the Beastmaster actually. So now it has
itemization. Double Blade Mail is huge.
Okay.
Going for some Brawnies.
Yeah, that's actually a god pickup right there.
Yes.
For that build.
It used to be the dream. Remember when Axe was a 1 cost?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How could I forget?
Good.
Axe and Jug were easy warriors early on.
Axe was a warrior?
Oh yeah, before brutes were a thing, Axe was 100% a warrior.
Wow. Awesome. Here we go. I'm currently watching. Well, who are you watching?
I'm watching
I know-
Furbu. I'm eating
Okay.
chicken, so that's a boo-boo from me.
It's all good. The double Spirit Breaker did some big work. The Acid Spray is unfortunately a little too far north. Gets another spin. That's huge. The spin's going to kind of pick up some of these extra kills of the summons. Help buff up that Brawny. Can't go wrong. And help kind of fluff up the Juggernaut in case they can't... Can they get another opportunity at Tier 2 items?
I am unsure. I think maybe we'll do a quick reference to our rulebook here. Go to our glossary, has those item chances, and they do have one more at round 12. They will have a
the dream.
30% chance to pick up yet another Blade Mail. And that will be coming up soon.
Well, at that point, you want the Stonehall Cloak. You get Blade Mail on...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Beef Blaster. You put a Blade Mail on Bristleback. Doesn't look like... I don't see any Bristlebacks.
That's true. That's a good point. See a lot of Eno, though. 5 Eno pickups here. Split between All-Out Attack and Yoink.
Wow. Yeah, that's good right now.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
Hobgen is a sad pyromaniac.
Yeah, it's really just an unfortunate state that Hobgen finds himself in. Like, Let's Go Crazy is so bad. Like,
It's good late game. The problem is you lose so much life trying to get there.
it takes so long, right?
Yeah.
It takes forever and a day to come out. You can do some cheesy, like, target reacquisition stuff with it in that small invulnerability period where he hops into his little crate. But beyond that, it's just not worth it.
Indeed.
Lapata coming out here with the streak. Really just kind of chilling with this rogue comp. You know, making it happen.
Why not? Rogues are generally uncontested. Oh, hurting D10 hard by holding on to 2 spirits.
Yeah, actually. Could we see a pivot to Spirit here? D10, by the way, has gotten a 2-star Storm Spirit by now. So the pieces slide effortlessly into place.
Progress is here. Got spirits in place. Getting a 2-star Ember as well.
It's happening, everyone. Don't count this kid out yet. And actually, Lapata opting for a level of poison here, too.
Okay. And facing the famed D10 themselves.
That was the saddest Sleight of Fist I've ever seen in my life. I've played a lot of Underlords. I've played a lot of Dota. I've seen straight up misses from Sleight of Fist, mostly from me. I did play a lot of Ember Spirit when that hero came out, if you recall.
I do.
I was back when I would just rush Battle Furies, back when that was a viable strat.
Yes.
I've like seen outright whiffs of Sleight of Fist, but that, fair viewers, was the worst Sleight of Fist I've ever seen because it hit a wounded Plague Ward and only a wounded Plague Ward and didn't kill it.
Oh,
And I
my
think
heart goes out.
that level of futility is remarkable.
Now, as Lapata, you gotta ask yourself: are you getting the bounty hunter?
We see 6 picked up so far.
Yep. But as you start progressing in level, as
Yeah.
your bench is getting kind of plump.
Your 1-star chances fading ever so further into your rearview mirror.
Indeed.
Gotta wonder. I think this is going to be the end of the streak here at the hands of Errol. Has a level advantage. Has that armlet Queen of Pain. It's actually pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anna's going to get eaten up here. And yeah, looks like our 1 and 2 slots, again, are these Poisoner builds. With some Assassin presence. Gets that 2-star Slark in. Overflowing here, clearing out the bench.
Well, it's just, eating up odds. Like, you want to take away stuff in the tier that you're shooting for to make it more concentrated with what you want.
Yeah, like manipulating the odds in the unit pool is definitely an absolutely part of this game at all levels, really.
Mask of Madness. You gotta just throw your hands up and say, thank you. Thank you so much.
Puts in the Slark, gives him Mask of Madness. He's ready to go. Play that. Who does that song? There's a point in time where me and my 2 brothers lived at home. This was, I think I was in grad school. Lou was kind of sorting himself out. He did play a lot of that song, Baby, I'm ready to go. From the rooftop, shout it out. That's basically Slark right now, is what I'll say.
Okay.
2,000 damage.
And D-Tan had an absolutely brutal overflow failure.
Oh no, what happened?
Selling
D-Tan?
3 things. 3 of the D-Tan units.
Oh no. Well, D-Tan is just bursting at the seams here with their bench.
And actually, interestingly, they had they had the gold that they made from selling the things. That's tough to see, though.
Yeah.
Oof.
D-Tan once again stacking the bench with all of the fixins of the D-Tan build.
And the positioning is exactly the same, too.
Yeah. Corner up. D-Tan is like, remember the Derek Comedy bit about Thomas Jefferson being a timeless being, right?
Right.
And we see a sort of similar kind of scenario with D-Tan. And even though D-Tan is suffering those slings and arrows that come with this early build, they are not last.
All right, overflowing again. They gotta be faster than that. Gotta be faster than that, D-Tan. Uh-oh.
Pervac? Yeah. Let's pop into Pervac here. Got that. 4 Heartless. It's a low roll Hunter build, something we saw a bit more prior to the New Blood on the Streets update. Legion Commander actually losing here. This is up against Smoge. And it's actually kind of paying out.
Yeah, that 3-star Hudge is paying dividends. They recently got that, and that kind of stopped the downward spiral. Trent Reznor has left the building.
Has that Talisman of Evasion, too, so you just slap on 25% effective health on 6,600. Just kind of flat health there, and you're sitting quite pretty. That's
It's called the shrimp principle.
No shrimps allowed. Strictly enforced.
We got some orthodox believers in the house.
No cloven hooves. No shrimp. Yeah, 3-star Vengeful Spirit here, also with the Antler Crown, is going to go up against D-Tan here. Actually has a level advantage on them now. See how this goes. Can they get this Delta Slam off? They cannot.
This is going to hurt.
This is going to be very painful. Storm Spirit goes down. Yeah, both 3 stars for 5. That's 13 damage.
13. Well, Pervac's level 5, right?
Right.
Can't hurt that much.
Mm-hmm. Does have a level advantage over D-Tan in that situation. I'm going to see what's going on. Furby versus Errol. It's going to be Eno-on-Eno combat here to round things out.
Oh, love it. They're just spitting at each other.
Can we get a final Charge of Darkness? They cannot. They are just going to sit here and spit at each other. One of these, Errol's Eno has stolen a craggy coat. So, will they both tick out? They will. It's a draw. Thanks for playing, guys. Great round. Great round of Dota Underlords to spectate. It's 2 Enos.
Oh, 1 jug away.
All right. It's clicking into place. Clicking into place. Click, click.
Yep.
You hear that?
Wow.
The gears of progress turn. D-Tan gets his hits. What is happening?
Okay,
Hello?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello?
Sure.
Sound the sirens. The most godlike round I've ever seen in my life. The most I don't know, how does he do it? This is a week after week. Just constantly just makes this happen. It will not win him this round. But God,
people are just so scared to contest that.
it's terrifying. In that first lobby, we saw several people go mages. You know, we saw Magnus, we saw lots of spirits, we saw spirit spam, multiple people going spirits. But now, ever since D-Tan's come to town, D-Tan's just it's just out here, you know? Get another item round.
I'm picturing them in front of their computer screen with post-it notes all around for the different stages.
Mm-hmm. Because back in the day, there was a very specific Legion Commander build that I liked to do, and that's actually how I got up to Big Boss. Originally, the first time was this very incremental Legion Commander build. This is back when Shadow Shaman was indeed a shaman before shamans, or was a druid rather.
Yes.
And there was a very good rainbow build for Legion Commander that was quite effective. And that was it was very rote was the other thing. And had a very specific build order that I went, and it was just very much bang, 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 bang. And that's kind of how we see things going here with D-Tan. Storm Spirit just kind of running roughshod over everyone, zipping here, zipping there.
Well, it's closer than you'd expect. Oh, no.
Chain Frost coming out. Yeah. Absolutely gross.
Pervac's in trouble, though.
Pervac is starting to sweat. The lobby's lone hunter player trying to make these low roll hunters work, and buddy, I just don't think this is the patch for that.
Shadow Demon ain't worth it.
Yeah, Shadow Demon's 3-star is just bad, I think.
Ooh. Huh? What? It's a huge roll with the Windrunner.
Yeah, that is actually quite large, because that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. And it actually gets the 3-star Shadow Demon. And even though the 3-star ability is kind of just having that body on the board, particularly a demon who can output some pretty serious damage with the right items, is
cooldown.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get an extra demonic purge. Purge gets better.
Yeah. Absolutely. D-Tan taking it to Errol.
From Nikita. Yeah, looks like the. And wow! Won't you look at that? The uncontested Knights build gets the 3 stars and is in bottom 3.
Okay. Yep.
I'm a hater.
That is accurate, and you are. You're a hater of this build. There's no Batrider in this build, which is a what I would call a huge problem. And I could use expletives here to describe how big a problem that is. Because Batrider is such a central part of the early game Knight build, and a key component in giving everyone attack speed. You know, the Troll Alliance is really one of the few aggressive alliance bonuses that you get in this Rainbow LC build with the Knights. That is key, just getting more damage out of your Lunas, getting more damage out of your Chaos Knights, and we're gonna see Smoj clash up against D-Tan here. See how this goes. Really effective Delta Slam to lead things off. Gets off that Eclipse, though. Pretty good Eclipse. Does kill the Ember Spirit. Yeah, no more Delta Slams. Luna does go down. There's so much CC, though, between the Earth Spirit pulls, between the Crystal Maiden. Do they have the CC to kill D-Tan? And D-Tan does go down. He is our 8th place finisher from 1st to 3rd to 8th.
Ah, I gotta say my heart goes out to them.
I have to say that, too. You know, and you just talked smack about that uncontested night build, too.
I did. Yeah, they hit the LC.
Yeah.
Give them a round.
Oh, did they hit the Oh, wow. I saw 2 LCs out there last time I had checked. Really hurting for those Bat Riders, though. Has a clear bench now, Smoj. Checking in.
Look at Pervac.
Yeah, checking in with Pervac. Speaking about clean benches, it's pretty clean. Probably trying to rebuild their economy now that they have kind of stemmed the bleeding, even though they're down there with 16 health and at a pretty severe level disadvantage with most of the lobby. Sans Smoj. Wow, the instant doom on the Shadow Demon 3-star. That is challenging.
That is pretty tough. Wow, Drow Ranger gets knocked out into the front lines. Get over there.
She's kind of standing her ground, though. Pudge is kind of doing Pudge things. Doesn't go down.
Pudge is giant.
Yeah, that Pudge has inflated to massive sizes. And does take home that win against Nox. That's a full...
Out, you have 15 stars worth of units on the board.
Yeah.
Gets you a win streak.
Yep. Advances to 3. Smoj wins up again against Furbu's Ghost.
Okay.
That uncontested Knight's build. Picks up a Butterfly. Throws it on the LC.
MKB? You want the MKB, bro?
Yep. MKB for Pervac, yeah.
It's 90 damage, right?
A lot of people undersell how much damage MKB actually does in this situation. It is a butt ton of damage.
Especially with the attack speed from the 3-star Dro.
Yeah, and you can't miss.
Not bad.
That's a 3-star Lycan coming out for Errol, though.
Wow.
That's
relevant.
Yeah, that is an interesting build coming out. It seems to be mostly like a brute stuff. Got 4 brutes out there. Actually, Pervac's going to go up against Smoj here. See who's 3 stars.
They've both been freaking, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they tried to advance forward into the meat grinder of the Luna ult, and they are obliterated for it.
Ooh, what a hug.
The Luna, rather, not the aggressors. Smoj is now into deep, deep heartbeat range. I don't want to point fingers, but I definitely think that this is because they don't have the Bat Rider. I will go on the record and say that. Also, yeah.
Well, and it's Knights. Sorry.
They're just not good. They're just not good. I know it. You know it.
Lapata is absolutely hulking out right now. Mask of Madness 3-star Slark, Moonshard Quap.
That is a lot. Battle Fury Ember Spirit, that's 3 win conditions right there.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know.
Who's in first though with that Brawny that just keeps accumulating kills.
They're actually making that Brawny build work, and that's not something we've seen today. I don't think that's much we saw much last week. And I would lie. I have just lied. We did see one person go Brawny last lobby.
Yep, Gwendolyn Bot.
Gwendolyn Bot did try to make it work. Some challenging new takes on this game's metagame.
Oh.
And Smoj is out.
Yep. Smoj gets knocked out.
It's the Knights. They go down.
And Smoj actually beats Lapata.
Oh, wow.
The haves and the have-nots.
Lapata probably pretty happy about the early exit of Smoj. Isn't going to lose any more health to those Knights.
It's actually pretty surprising.
Yeah. Checking out Errol here. Got that 3-star Lycan with the Chompy Chomp. Has the Moonshard on Lycan.
Oh, baby.
Now, this is there's some challenging itemization here on the Spectre here with the Armlet.
Okay.
I would probably put that on your Life Stealer, who can actually recoup that lost life. Either of them would do. 2 2-star Life Stealers on the board. And staying healthy is as Spectre is pretty important, because more often than not, you go into that back line and you just get focused down and murdered. But
In this case,
yeah, in this case, Errol's doing quite well for themselves with that Spectre. Probably not going to see a second Spectre. Oh, never mind. Gets the dagger out. Doesn't get many hits with it, because again, the armlet is a bit of a ticking time bomb. Does do tons of damage with it before that goes down.
oh,
But yeah, this is getting pretty close down to the wire here between Errol and Nikita. This 3-star Lycan is carrying a ton of water. But can they? Yeah.
ooh,
Ekes it out. Shadow Shaman was not enough.
huge wins. Pervac gets knocked a little lower by Furbu. Furbu is just super strong right now. I mean, if you have a brawny build that's out in front like this so hard, it's tough.
It's tough, and particularly with the 3-star Juggernaut online, giving everyone that health, but I will say that there are 2 people here with Lifestealers. And a Lifestealer can solo a brawny comp. I've seen it, I've done it,
yeah.
I've had it happen to me. Pretty much the bane of that entire alliance's existence.
It's just a generally strong unit, too. Becomes magic immune. Who are you watching, by the way?
I'm watching Pervok as they go up against Nox here. Nox with a pretty healthy health pool. Gets that Spectre in, and it is looking close. Snakes go down. The Drow goes down. Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. It's the 3-star Wind Ranger trying to clutch it out.
Beast is thumping out. Yep. I think it's going to be a W.
Yep, Nox does not have the Admiral Bulldog Lone Druid out there. Can't get the root button hit when he does clean up. That's 9,000 damage from auto attacks.
Pretty good. Oh, Radiance.
Go right into the item round. Radiance Pudge is devastating stuff. Satanic also a fine pickup. We see some Vlad, some butterflies picked up.
Satanic Pudge can be interesting.
Actually goes for the Moon Shard. Okay.
Okay.
Drow's a good
I'm
fit for
disappointed.
that. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed too, I'm not going to lie.
I wanted to see Satanic Pudge.
Yeah. I'll throw in just like my pubs here again.
Well, that's part of the safe lane farming Pudge build. You go Mask of Madness and just run at people with Rod on.
Yeah, I do
And
actually.
then turn it into Butterfly Satanic, the classic build.
Yeah, classic Pudge stuff, dating all the way back to Dota 1. We're watching Pervac and Errol in kind of like a duel to the death here.
Yes.
Doom goes out on that 3-star Shadow Demon before he can cast that Demonic Purge. And it's getting pretty close.
4 Wolves is pretty bad against this Pudge, right?
Oh my god, you're right. It's actually a
Yeah.
fatal mistake and a fatal decision from Errol as they go out in 6th,
Oh.
Nikita going out in 5th, and Pervac hanging on with this low-roll Hunter build.
That's really good. Well, the important part is there are no crabs in this bucket. Like, there's 1 crab in this bucket. If you get contested hunters, it doesn't work.
Yep. That's
Not even if you try to, like, level up.
Yeah.
Lapata finishes the bounty hunter at round 26.
Here's something we don't see too often. It's round 26. Everyone in the lobby is the same level.
Okay.
We've seen, but not necessarily the same when it comes to distribution of stars. See a lot of 3-stars from Pervac, who goes up against Lapata here. Oh man, that Slark just got devoured.
Yes.
And the line will hold.
Well, the 6 Heartless now is
Yeah.
giant.
That is a devastating amount of armor loss, particularly with this high physical DPS build here, with the Wind Ranger 3-star, the Drow 3-star, the Vengeful Spirit 3-star, with the even further armor reduction with her man, what's that spell called? Wave of Terror.
Wave of Terror?
Yeah. Yeah.
Solid. I mean, I like this build's always tight, right? You hit level 8, you have like 4 or 5 great alliances that synergize well within itself.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you want to see.
Yep. Absolutely. Particularly now, and this is the reward of going for these low roll builds, is that you lose a bunch early, you hang on, you rebuild your economy, and then you level up and you catch up on levels, and all of a sudden you're at you're at or greater strength because you have all these 3-star units early on. Like, look what happened there with Pervac against Nox. That Spectre throughout Spectral Daggering got absolutely just like... it's like Bullseye from that really bad Daredevil movie. Yeah, it's like Colin Farrell as Bullseye, right?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Vigilant. The Vigilant's a good counter to Spectre, right?
Yeah, always has been, always will be. Okay. That's something we don't see too often.
Yo.
That's a yo from me, dog.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah,
There's some applause. I heard some applause.
Yeah, applause from someone, but yeah, that 3-star Shadow Shaman is going to be quite devastating against these like 3-star units that deal high damage. It's gonna be good against Slark, good against Quap, good against any of these 3-star hunters from Pervac.
Are there any BKBs out?
I don't think so.
No, I don't see any.
It's been a while since we've seen Furbu hanging out there at the top of the leaderboards.
They're buff.
Yeah, they're buff, but are they buff enough? 3-star
Interesting
punch
enough,
goes down.
the Shadow Demon's pretty good against that, right?
Yeah, I mean that's percentage health, right? This is the use case.
Another purge and the
Oh.
flops over dead.
Yeah, they are cooking now. That's a 5 streak for Pervac, and now Lapata is in danger of finishing here in 4th place. That assassin build with the 3-star Slark, with the 3-star Quap, with the 3-star Bounty Hunter.
The
Going-
alphas?
The Alphas? Vlads are probably not going to bring out Horn of the Alpha. Yeah, it's a Shivas. Another Shivas. Yeah, this is a good Shivas game.
Yeah.
A lot of physical damage here. D-Tan, he has gone over the bridge. So we are left with Hunters, Brutes, Assassins. So Shiva's Guard. Oh, that's a huge pickup from Lapata as they struggle to cling on to life. But that's a huge pickup from Furbu as they get that 3-star Bristle back.
Shall we watch Lapata?
We shall watch Lapata. See how this 3-star Ember Spirit cuts up against Pervac. This is absolutely a death duel here. Loser goes home unless it's super tight. And Lapata wins. That Ember Spirit did 14,000 damage with Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, that'll do it, right?
17 damage. Just absolutely erases Pervac. Finishes in 4th. Holy God. Look at that.
That's
Battle
super
Fury
sick.
did 6.9 thousand damage.
The Battle Fury alone would have been the second highest damage dealer.
That's inspiring stuff. God
Also,
in
the
heaven.
vesture of the Tyrant on Faceless Void.
I super dig that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Void, did not get that Arcana in Dota 2. Did go to Spectre this year.
Yes, indeedy.
Of course, as a career carry player yourself, it's kind of a win-win situation.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing more Void than Spectre, but there's a time and place for Mercurial, of course.
I'm going to be running a lot of Ancient Apparition in our pubs in the future. We're going to be watching the humans now that we're down to 3. Thankfully, that means we get to see more of Lapata's Battle Fury action with the Void.
Wow, that is just so devastating.
Yeah, that Slark's having a party disco right now.
Yep.
Slurping
deal
it
with
up.
that?
Actually kills Furbu.
Wow.
Well, actually, tell Furbu to go home. And
That's incredible.
the
I thought Furbu was going to be really strong, especially like going later.
yeah, I mean, I think a Slark with Lifesteal from the Vlads, or with the Mask of Madness, or even a Satanic, or even like just like the humble Morbid Mask at 3 stars is going to do very, very well against a brawny comp, because you kind of just sit there and kind of just keep chewing, keep hitting until you attack faster than God. And at that point, you do 11,000 damage. That's what killed Furbu.
Nox is stacked, though.
Nox is looking quite well, and they do have Brute.
Yep.
And I believe it's Brute 2, which is, of course, the Apex Predator 2, the Assassin build.
Did a Brute hit the Ember? I don't think a Brute hit the Ember.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is pretty close. All out attack goes out. Pata is gonna... Oh, no, adios.
Okay, can you position things any better as Nox? You're not going to be gambling on extra units. You're close to the lifestealer, though. You
Yep.
have your out, right?
There it
and
is.
you hit your out.
Yep.
Excellent.
It's the bells are ringing. There's an axe in the buy screen for Lapata. Or for Nox, rather.
I mean, you're not going to level up, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But do you swap? Do you say, like, maybe I don't need the Doom. Maybe I don't need...
Doom's good.
Yeah, particularly 2 stars. Yeah, you probably don't want to get rid of the Doom.
Like, maybe you doom the Slark or something.
I
Doom
do...
the Queen of Pain. Wow, this was a different story.
Correct. Yeah. That was a commanding victory from Nox here to close things out.
Wowie kaplowy.
17 damage to Lapata. Takes Group A. I'm not getting a mention for a new lobby. So yeah, let's talk about this one. We got
Yes.
2 lobbies. I can't close the deal. Apparently they were waiting on Digitams to close out another lobby. But yeah, like this build was quite good. Was there a Blink Dagger or someone? Because like somebody like Quab ended up like in the back next to Shadow Shaman and Spirit Breaker somehow. Yeah, it's just people moving out of the way. But we saw like, you know, Lone Druid chilling out with the Vlads. Getting a bear actually got a pretty crucial entangle on the Queen of Pain as well in the back lines to mitigate some of that attack damage. Yeah, brute stuff reigns supreme, and actually you see like this is like kind of brute stuff, but also like just some savage summoner shaman, some mild some of that with some. I mean, 3-star spectre. Again, all this is qualified by the fact that yes, 3-star spectre was in this game, was constantly a damage leader. There's only so much we can do, so much insight we can generate off of these alliances without saying, but also there's a 3-star spectre just kind of like murdering everybody in the back line, right? So
I mean, Spectre is the queen of good stuff.
yeah,
Like, who cares if you get Void?
yeah.
You almost don't want another demon so you can get your dagger off.
Although,
I mean, it helps.
yeah, I
With a
mean,
3-star and with the bonus damage.
yeah, that bonus damage from other demons being present could make you know, your backline butchery sort of even just that more effective.
Backline butchery. Love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Of course, our Enos in this lobby doing quite well, taking 5 out of the top 6. A lonely Barrels of Fun Jewel taking that 5th slot from, or that 4th slot from Pervek.
If anything, if you're having trouble deciding what Underlords to go, just like take your hand, cover up the farthest right column, like when round 10 hits, right? And then select between the last 3.
Just forget about it. Just Hobkin is once again just not in this game. Actually, we do have a new round, I think. No, I'm being lied to.
Yay!
Group A and Group D are finished. I can't spectate those games. But yeah, Hobkin was one of the first 2 introduced. It was him and Essex. And Essex was extremely good at launch back in like... That was about a year ago, actually. The big patch that introduced Underlords was about a year ago. Man, time flies, huh?
Indeed.
But yeah, he was kind of lukewarm then. They buffed him up a bit. Couldn't really get him to a place where he was like ever super viable. Maybe near the end before they bring in Joel. And Joel came in. He was unbelievably broken at first launch. To the point where they needed to hotfix him, I think, day of or maybe day after.
Yeah, here's an issue.
He just didn't take... I think he just didn't take damage. I think it was...
Oops.
Yeah. And then, of course, Eno came in a couple months later, and then we got our Season 1. But, yeah, I mean, just, like, what do you do to Hobkin to put him back in? Just have his stuff come out more? Just, like, add something different to Let's Go Crazy? Do you remake Let's Go Crazy? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I just don't know. But what is known, you know? All right.
What in this life is truly certain?
I guess we can switch things over to the scoreboard here. For the time being, we can check our round 3 results, as all of our lobbies have finished up. Looks like our final lobby for the week, and thus the regular season, our Group A is going to consist of Nox, who took home first in that last Group A. We're going to see Lapata again. We're going to see Errol again. Win and Win has come back. Yeah, drop down, round 2. Kind of chilling in Group C. Put in their dues. Took third place again. Took first. Their most recent lobby. We're going to see them again in this final lobby. Am I on the score screen? Yes, I am. Immortal, who we haven't seen today, has clawed their way up. Has done a 3-2-2, earning them 33 points.
Are you on the score screen?
I should be.
I just saw you accept a friend request.
Oh, well, it might be lagging a bit.
Oh.
But yeah, we got Immortal coming in. We've got Furbu maintaining their place in Group A. Got Lightway coming in after a kind of lackluster round 2. 6th place finish there. Finished strong. Got first place. Found themselves in the final lobby. Just goes to show it's never truly over here at UPL. And Pervac's going to be back. Hopefully going to do a little better. And really, what saddens my heart is that D-Tan has unfortunately been relegated to Group B. They're going to be chilling out with, Aziz, Theo Ravenheart, Nikita Rakoshny, Digitams. Digitams got 7th, round 2. And even though he won round 3, he won his lobby, placed first. It's not enough quite to break in through Group A, so Digi, sorry buddy, we'll see you some other time. Smoj also knights themselves into Group B as well to join Leva et al. But yeah, I'm going to put some time on the clock. Actually, the new lobby code is up. So while we are here discussing the scoreboards, I will stealthily join that party. Invite you. Yeah, we can just chill for a little bit. It looks like it has filled up fairly quickly. So I might just go, Sometimes I feel like just getting on my bike and just riding. Have you seen Twin Peaks?
I haven't. I saw like halfway through the first season.
Okay. It's
weird.
It's a lot. It certainly is a lot. It's one of my favorite shows, just kind of all time, because that's just where I am. But I can understand it's not. It's like I used to watch that before going to bed, which is a horrible idea.
Weird fever dreams.
Yeah. Particularly in season 3, which was on a prestige network that was on Showtime, and took full advantage of that. A lot of gore, a lot of body horror.
Oh.
Yeah. Not the most pleasant bedtime viewing. Did creep in my dreams maybe once or twice. Oh, let's call them nightmares, because as much as I do love
the crap.
Much as I do love David Lynch and his cinematography, it was pretty nightmarish stuff.
I feel you.
So I think we're all ready. Honestly, I think we are ready to kick off this final lobby. I'll just get confirmations from the admin to see if we are in fact good to launch, and we'll get this thing going. Baby raging after not buying Life Stealer, says Lapata from last round.
Oh.
I think we are good to go.
Gotta buy it up.
Once
And near the end, it's really good to look at the score screen about halfway and buy your competitor's goods.
Yes. If you have the bench space, We are getting the all clear from the admin, so I will switch to player and play in this last lobby. What? The turn from Dr. Heckle. That's right. I'm assuming direct control. I'm just kidding. But we are going to play some Underlords. We're going to go into our last round from our last week of Season 10. It's Group A. Winner here takes home all the marbles, probably. Depends on the placements, but largely if you win your final lobby here, you're in a pretty good place to win the whole dang week.
It's good points, right?
It's good points, and, particularly if you want to punch your way in through to the playoffs, this could be your ticket. This could be
Indeedy.
your way in. Again, we've seen a lot of familiar faces here, particularly in later rounds, like Pervac, like Win and Win, like Furbu, like Errol. I forget how many tournament points they have, or league points rather. I forget which. But we shall see. Round 1 is underway. No D-Tan. Makes me sad.
Hey, it's
Now-
all right.
Now anything can happen, really. Because you know with D-Tan, you know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting. We might be able to see another mage comp, maybe even a high level mage comp.
Yeah, maybe multiple mages. Who could say?
The doors are open.
Yeah.
Look at Errol. Look at Errol down there. It's like the end of Shawshank Redemption. 2 storms and a crystal maiden.
Oh, no. Oh, God. It keeps happening. Oh, man. I haven't seen that
Great
movie.
film. Great film. I might have spoiled it for you, but you should give it a watch. It's an old film.
I think I
actually
saw
only
the end.
I only saw it a couple years ago.
I think I saw... Which one has Morgan Freeman in it? Is that
Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, I definitely saw, like, the ending of that film.
Okay. Well, you don't lose a ton.
Okay. All I just remember is Morgan Freeman talking about crawling out of a pipe through a mile of shit. You know?
You got it.
And sometimes that's how trying to get through Big Boss feels, trying to get to Lord.
Oh, you're telling me.
As somebody who's never been to Lord, it's kind of how it feels. We're watching Errol.
I just started running like goofy stuff once I got to Lord. And I
Yeah.
just tanked.
Just fell
Like,
out.
Whatever.
Bottom.
Tryhard's over.
Yep. That's what I did when I first hit boss for the first time. I was playing with Steph's cousin Matthew, and I hit boss 1, and at that point I was like, "Yo, it's party time." I was at home, so I was like, "I'm cracking. Let's go." I went to my fridge, cracked open a beer, got pretty drunk that night, if memory serves, and just was running patently the dumbest stuff, like really just awful, terrible, turbid builds.
Like you convince yourself, all right, if I get a 3-star bounty hunter with mage 1,
Yeah.
that shuriken is gonna do insane damage.
That's practically a one-shot, all right? And this is like preseason 1, so like scrappies are everywhere. It's like, listen, it's Hunter Scrappy. I know what I'm doing here.
That was actually good.
It was good. One level of Hunter at least. Because that just makes that's a sniper-centric build, and that just made him into a beefcake damage factory. An absolute god.
That carried me to Big Boss the first time I hit it.
Yep. And we actually see a lot of early alliances here, not a lot of splash play.
Yeah, well, people are really they wanna win here.
Right. Yeah. This is the final lobby, so.
Like every point of life really matters.
No open forders. Still chilling at rank 3. No early leaps to 4. I'm still watching Errol. Managed to luck into that 2-star Lich. But is having a tough time against these knights from Win and Win.
Indeed. No shrimps.
No shrimps.
Go for the anti-shrimp lobby.
It is thick boys. No iodine here. That bat is level 2.
What about the iodine?
Iodine is in shellfish.
Really?
Usually, yeah. Steph's allergic to shellfish.
Oh. Is it the problem with iodine?
I believe it is an interaction between the immune system and iodine.
Okay, keep her away from 3 Mile Isle. You know what I'm saying?
You bet. I'm watching Furbu. This is pretty much the worst content you can think of. It's just 2 Magnuses just slapping. Just really bad streaming content here. Okay, you took Latin, right?
I did.
I
5 years.
I learned something last week about the word schema that lives rent-free in my head now. And that is the plural form of that word.
Scheme?
It's actually schemata.
We can still come back from the last round.
Really?
Yeah.
Schema.
I actually don't know.
I'd have to do some research on that because that would be an irregular noun. Those
Yeah.
don't show up a lot.
I don't know if that's actually a Greek thing or a Latin thing.
That would be Greek.
Yeah. Not a lot of skus, like SCH in Latin.
No, you wouldn't find that. And then, like, the plural form, you don't just outta something. Get
Mhm.
outta here.
Ah! I'm mad.
This lobby is
I'm
excellent.
fuming.
Immortal
fuming.
streaking with early warriors, right? I haven't seen Immortal yet today. Good to see ya.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Heavens Halliburton. Yes, buy stocks in Halliburton.
Yeah. Gotta love those fossil fuels. Gets the VIP booster. It's a long. Hey, this has been a
Booster.
long cast, huh?
Booster.
It's that VIP. All right, look at. Check out Immortals build. Now this is like we know Warriors were strong early, but
Right.
how do you fight Warrior 1 with the VIP booster and the Heavens Halberd? Good to have you, Immortal. That's tough. You gotta punch through with like magic damage, but that's not super effective early game. It's a challenging prospect. You know?
I do. I mean, that's just it's a lot of beefiness to fight through. A lot of meat you gotta cut through at the slaughterhouse.
Truly, truly. Just got your message. So unfortunately, we might have our wonderful co-caster dip out partway through this round due to a prior commitment, which is fine.
Indeed. I'm gonna stay in here as long as I can because this is riveting content.
Yeah, this is
especially
great.
with our recent commentary.
Mm-hmm. This is good. This is good Underlords, honestly. You know, you talk
Yes.
about like one of my favorite things about baseball is that like you go to a baseball game or you watch baseball on TV, and like they're maybe only talking about the game, maybe like 10% of the time, ish.
Yeah.
It's just like a good social platform to just talk about stuff because it's not near automas, right? It's near automata, right?
Okay.
Are you familiar with Nier Automata, the video
I
game
sure am.
from 2018? That's very sad.
Also, are you watching this Tusk ball out right
I'm
now?
watching this Tusk just get absolutely yoked here. This
He's too strong.
this is like
Look at
that's
trees.
yeah. This is like Matrix Reloaded when he's fighting all the Agent Smiths.
I'm thinking more end of Evangelion.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, he's gonna like three-shot this stage of properly.
9,000 damage from auto.
Oh my god! That's outrageous! Look at that! Someone clip that. I'm gonna clip that. Generating
should.
Clipperino. Thank you, Twitch. That Tusk was absolutely balling out. You'll love to see it.
Yes.
I've been listening.
Like,
Go
that's
ahead.
the bonus of Savage 1, right?
Yeah. That's like you just chill and you fight and you punch, and you just like get buff. That's a BDU founding member right there. Buff Dudes United.
For sure. And like the Vid Booster actually paid dividends there.
Yeah, that was the health that Tusk needed to get through that round.
Is Poisoner up on Mr. Lightway? Yes. So slow.
Mr. Lightway does not have poison. Mortal is up against Nox, it looks like. Who does have Poison
Oh.
Brute up.
Oh, I was
Indeed.
looking at the top lobby because,
Indeed.
yeah, it's tricky.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm starting to like get delirious. Like, what's happening? I was, like,
It's
I
tough,
was
dude.
fully lucid 10 minutes ago.
We start to talk about Latin and Greek suffixes, and everything has kind of gone into the poop chute,
Yeah.
it seems. Linguistics that truly rots all of our brains. We should honestly just get rid of communication, grammar, syntax, and obliterate meaning. You know, there's that phrase, attack and dethrone God. And maybe through that we can get close. Immortal up against Mr. Lightweight now, for real this time. Has this anti-mage that I really, really do like and respect, because he's just there to be a nuisance, you know? He's just there to take mana where mana is due. He's disarming this at Lich. It's just going to be a sad, slow death for Mr. Lightweight. Actually completes the streak, round 8. It's over. He's looking, he hits that 8 streak at round 8. He's strong, top of the lobby. Warrior build, coming out. Let's go. It's good. Ease, if you're still here, I cannot hear you. I don't know if you've muted or if you've had to drop, but if you've had to drop, it's fine. If you enjoyed your fine casting, you can find his SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Eric D, that's D-E-E, 2023. You can check out Creation for its own sake, his latest album. It is extremely good, well worth your time. It is Extreme Fall Moods. It's experimental. It's rockin'. There's some electronic in there. I love it. He's honestly a visionary in his field. So really go check that out. Immortal's actually going to go up against Win and Win here. Win and Win on a streak. Had their streak broken up a little earlier than Immortals did, so he's lagging behind a touch. Actually finishes up their streak against Immortal. Win and Win is now our new first place finisher. Immortal actually finished his streak right before that happened, so the timing could not have been better. And Win has hulked out and has achieved full streak at pretty much just off the back of the 2 Chaos Knights and the 2 Bat Riders, which is pretty fantastic. Looks to be going for that Rainbow Knight build with Legion Commander, Troll, Demon, and as much Knight as you can handle. The Underlords come out, and hey, 2 Hobgins. Where's Hobgin been this whole time? Win and Win's going to be cruising now with this 3-star Bat Rider. Actually found 10 Bat Riders. There's a Bat here on his bench, and actually, I think this is super good and not a meme, because having 2 Bat Riders out on the field at the same time is extremely strong, because you get twice as much oil or sticky napalm, and everybody benefits from that. Both Bat Riders benefit from stacked napalm. They stack with each other. They're not independent from one another. So that's just a ton of damage out for Bat Riders of all stripes. As the Golem goes down, Win and Win is going to take home another win against Furbu here. Going to start up that streak again. And Win and Win is just going to be cruising there for the time being. Immortal is telling me wanted a Legion Commander and picked up a Anti-Mage just because I complained about it. I don't know, but I'm missing the context there. I'm actually going to pop over to Nox here. Immortal's actually going for a very aggressive leveling strategy. Nox only joining him, but for a while, Immortal was the lone level 6 player here in this lobby. Nox, the other level 6 player here now. It only has 5 units on the field. Nox looks like they're going for a brute stuff build. Has the Poisoners out, 1 level of Troll, with that Dazzle and that Shadow Shaman. So it looks like it might incorporate some Summoners in here too. Again, has Dazzle, Alchemist, Queen of Pain for those Poisoners, also 1 level of Brute. So yeah, we see these aggressive leveling builds out of Furbu, out of Nox, both again going for, and Errol now too, and Immortal. So we got a few people up at level 6 now. Errol's actually opting to follow down that mage build that we saw him go earlier. Oh, let's go crazy. Gotcha. Yeah, Immortal actually did go for Hobkin. We actually have a perfectly well-distributed Underlord split this time around. We got two friendly fire Hobgins. We've got 2 Jewels, both Barrels of Fun. We've got both variants of Anesix and 2 all-out attack Enos. Nox had their streak broken up, but takes it to Win and Win. Proves that just because you have a 3-star Bat Rider doesn't mean that you just get free wins at this point in the game. You gotta have a bit more than that. And, man, Immortal, or rather Win and Win, is just looking to run that just stereotypical low roll knight build down to a T. There's one Chaos Knight away from that Chaos Knight 3. Needs a couple more Lunas, though, but already has the Dazzle lined up, the Omni Knight lined up, the Legion Commander lined up. And there is the Chaos Knight 3. It's in. Dazzle is in, so we have Knight, Demon, Troll supporting this Legion Commander with the Silver Edge. We're probably going to be seeing a Luna next, although they are at a 1 for Lunas. Only one found, and I don't think anyone else is contesting Knights. So Win and Win will just have to chill there with that. I mean, I said last round that Win and Win needs more than just let's go crazy with warriors, and yeah, that's a terrible build. Let's go crazy has to be with a high DPS build like your assassins or hunters. Even makes sense. With warriors it doesn't really make sense. Pervac, actually, they're not running that back, are they? Pervac is looking like they are running back. They're pulling a D-Tan here. Pervac is going for that low roll Heartless Hunters build. Already has a 3-star Pudge, looking for those Wind Rangers, has at least 6 of them, maybe more. Mr. Lightweight actually finding a 3-star Earth Spirit. This is looking like a D-Tan build down here. I'll tell you what, has Spirit 1, or rather Mage 1, looking for that Ember Spirit now for Spirit 1. And we got a couple low rollers here at the bottom. Pervac, Mr. Lightweight. Unfortunately for Mr. Lightweight, Errol is eating his lunch as well, has the spirits up in addition to the mages. I see Win and Win here still for a bit. We might actually go over to Errol after this round, since Errol is streaking, has those spirits up. And actually looks like Win and Win is not going to take it home against Nox, who has the 2-level advantage on him. With those brutes, with those trolls, with those poisoners. Nox is now streaking. Has that level of Heartless 2 through in a Pudge to complement the lifesteal, and Mr. Lightweight gets another 3-star, gets that Crystal Maiden, and it's looking more and more like D-Tan incarnate. Has a 3-star Earth Spirit, has a 3-star Crystal Maiden, has 8 Storm Spirits. Look at that bench. Couching this Conka for that easy level of human early on. Maybe Swordsman synergy too later on with that Ember Spirit. And Mr. Lightweight and Pervac with these low roll builds are actually going to, sorry for clicking over prematurely there, but are actually looking to be in danger of going into heartbeat range if they can't turn things around soon enough. And unfortunately, again for Mr. Lightweight, Furbu enthralls his 3-star Earth Spirit, and that Slark bouncing around. 6,000 damage. That's rough. Takes it to him. And now we got 2 people in heartbeat range. It's Mr. Lightweight, it's Pervac. It's our low rollers. Let's pop over to Pervac, because I think Pervac is still only sitting around with just this 1 3-star Pudge. And they gotta, you know, is this, they leveling here, or are they gonna be rolling down? Gets another... Oh, yep, and there's the 3-star Drow, so now you can afford to bench those other units. They are up to 1 Hunter, 1 level of Heartless, and 1 level of Vigilant, with the 3-star Drow, with the 3-star Pudge. And it's going to be a dumpster fight here between Mr. Lightweight and Pervac, two players sitting at 7th and 8th place. Storm Spirits zip out, and yeah, we see some pretty significant damage coming out from our Vigilant units, but not before Hobkin can get off that friendly fire. That 3-star Pudge is trying to perform a last stand. Can't do it. Pervac is now in a pretty tough situation, sitting at level 4, 12 health. But, hey, has 2 3-star units out on the board. Can be worse. We got an item round. What's Pervac thinking? Goes for the Crown of Antlers, wants that 6 Hunter, looks like. Puts that on the Shadow Demon, has 6 Shadow Demons. Has, let's see, 5 Vengeful Spirits. We're looking at 7 Wind Rangers. If I'm Pervac, I'm rolling down. Yeah, it looks to be the play. Needs 1 more Shadow Demon for Shadow Demon 3, and gets it. Wow, Serendipity reigns eternal. Actually levels up throws in that Vengeful Spirit for that second level of Heartless. Benching, yeah, he has that Terrorblade on bench. Maybe this could be a turning point for Pervac. Goes up against Immortal. Immortal up to level 8. Has an Axe out on board. Has a Medusa out on board. Immortal getting these early 5-cost units. But is it enough? That Pudge is super thick. That Wind Ranger is doing massive damage. Drow Ranger putting out tons of work too. Shadow Demon similarly. Pervac actually takes the W. That Pudge just didn't die. He's chilling out there. Chainmail. So much effective health. Drow Ranger pumping out 4,000 damage all by her lonesome. With Silver Edge doing break damage there. Breaking items. Breaking passives. Breaking her own model here. It looks like she's clipping through her coif. The bottom part of her mask. Drow Ranger very attentive to the coronavirus epidemic currently plaguing planet Earth right now. You know, if you're going outside, friends, wear a mask. It's the best chance we have against spreading this thing. Drow Ranger, she needs a new mask. You're just clipping right through it. Look at that. You can see your chin. She's got a little dimple chin down there. Mask up. Oppose fascism. You know, that's what I'll say. Pervac up against Nox here. Pervac might have some trouble against these brutes, but it's backliners here for Pervac's comp. They are pulled out from that Pudge. Snakes are down, doesn't matter. This Pudge is too big to be real. Has 8,600 damage. Pops up to 9,100 damage there, or 9,100 health. As, yeah, it looks like Pervac has gotten all the pieces together to really sort of stave off death for the time being. 3-star units now. It's a lot. Shadow Demon pumping out 4,000 damage. Didn't even get a Demonic Purge off. Didn't even get that finished. It's a lot. That's all from just auto-attacking. So again, I think I'm just going to end that call. Showing up on Discord. Eric, little bro. Bandwidth Patrol has asked me to disconnect you to save bandwidth. Good call. Thank you, Clyde from Discord. Clyde bot there, ending the call with Snow Plows. It will be just me for the rest of this round. It's always great casting with that guy. Always good hanging out with Snow Plows. Just a great guy. You know, I've known him all of his life. Certainly for most of my life as well. He is my little brother, and you know, family is important. Immortal versus Pervac again. Pervac at a 4-unit disadvantage. Immortal is level 9. Pervac is level 5, and Pervac is showing him how little that matters. Just absolutely decimates Immortal. 9 damage there. Is on a 3-win streak. Errol's dropping down pretty low. Errol was running that that magic build. Win and Win is just chilling up at the top. Has that Rainbow Knight build going with LC. That's in full effect. Mr. Lightwind and Errol are actively cannibalizing each other with these spirits. And that's tough. You know, that's really tough to see. Both have 1 level of human. Pervac sounds like just got another 3-star unit. That's a 3-star Vengeful Spirit. Her 3-star isn't the best. You know, that's like, what, 300 damage? 2-cell radius. She's usually going to be tucked behind there. One Wind Ranger away from 3-star Wind Ranger as well. Has Furbu now. Furbu looks like they're going for, you see Brutes, I see Assassins, I see maybe Poisoners as well. And this is actually looking kind of troublesome for Pervac. Although, yeah, has their Shadow Demon stolen. Although, it's a big hook from Pudge. It looks like that Shadow Demon Demonic Purge does go off, but it is not enough to kill the Pudge. It's kind of wasted on Pudge because just how much health he's got. And he does take home the win. They are streaking now. Let's check in with Errol because Errol has been having a tough time. Is up against Immortal, and it does end up being a slap fight there at the end. Takes home the W against Immortal. Kind of right down there with Pervac. Pervac is both streaking and the lowest health in the lobby, so we are going to be sticking by them for a bit. It's got to be the Cadence Blade, right? Goes for the Moon Shard, okay. Something different. Actually opts for the Moon Shard and for the Silver Edge. Gives the Silver Edge to Wind Ranger so she can, I guess, break people up. See the Desolator now on the Vengeful Spirit. A 3-star Meepo from Lapata? Okay. 3-star Wind Ranger coming out. Full 3-star board for Pervac. Shades of last round. That pulled him up to 4th with pretty much the same build. With the barriers, I don't think he had Tusk, though, so that is a little different. Lapata is up here, has 3-3-star units. That's a Mechanism 3-star Meepo, so that's going to be a ton of heals just all across the board, and that's vital for keeping these Meepos alive and healthy. So, and unlike in Dota 2, there's no cooldown. So that's actually huge. That could be a pretty big pickup. And meanwhile, Mr. Lightweight has Pervac. Mr. Lightweight with these spirits has that 3-star Earth Spirit, gets the perfect Delta Slam. All of these 3-star units falling low, and that's a win. That's a win for Mr. Lightweight. Pervac gets 9 damage dealt to them, but it's Errol who ends up in 8th, loses to Win and Win. Win and Win is just kicking all sorts of butt up there in 1st with those Rainbow Knights, and Errol unfortunately cannot achieve liftoff, gets cannibalized by Mr. Lightweight all the way. Mr. Lightweight has now put Pervac into a precarious position. Nox picking up that 3-star Shadow Shaman here at the end of the round. 3-star Omni Knight coming out for a win and win, only cementing their position near the top. Lapata getting that 3-star Quap for their 3rd 3-star unit. That's 3-star full rogue Phantom Assassin. We might check in with them a little later. Gets that 2-star Terror Blade for Pervac. Pervac is now up against Furbu. That Mask of Madness Slark is always something you gotta watch out for, although the death of the Vengeful Spirit actually does kill the Slark. That explosion from the 3-star bonus there brings home the win, staves off death. Another round. Furbu does go down 11 damage to Furbu. Nox actually falls super low here with a 12 health slap from Win and Win. Streak complete again. Win and Win looking at a 19-3 record, and now it's Nox up against the ropes. Nox, level 7, full brute, one round of Heartless with that 3-star Cadence Blade. Alright, Cadence Blade is not the pick here because of the high attack damage from this. From the Shadow Shaman, 264 damage. You can't put a Cadence Blade on that. Give that to Dazzle, you know. Put the Quelling Blade on the Shadow Shaman. I think that's a misplay there from Nox. You got to consider who gets that Cadence Blade. They're going to be up against Furbu, but we're going to be watching Pervac still. Going to be up against these against the Rogues of Lapata. Sends them to the dumpster. The positioning here, Nox actually goes down, gets smacked by Furbu, and Furbu's Brutes, Poisoners. Nox ends up in 7th, just quits out of lobby, says, I'm done with Underlords for this week here at UPL. After that elimination, that's unfortunate. Thanks for playing, Nox. Brutes, chilling level 7. Immortal's actually up to level 10. Immortal has hyper-leveled their way. They're hitting level 10 by round 24. Has all sorts of fixings out up on the board. Has a lot of just like good stuff. It's a 3-star Lycan up for Furbu now. We're gonna pop back to Pervac as they continue to hold on to life with 3 health. I might actually go to Immortal here because we haven't seen much of Immortal. Has that Brute Cap on Medusa for 4 Brute. Has the Rogues. Has Savage. That's going to be a lot of Brute debuffing from Medusa on top of just her like normal shtick. Wow, actually is up against Pervac, so he just can't escape this guy. Is this enough to chew through these 3-stars from Pervac? And it is not looking likely. And Pervac's just out here beast mode and actually kills Immortal with that 3-star Pudge, leading the charge, getting big on him. Thanks for playing Immortal. You have achieved 6th place. Always glad to see you here in stream chat, says GG. It was an inventive build, certainly. These really high hyper-leveling Brutes. I don't think I've ever seen a level 10 that quickly. I'm not even sure how you did that. That's super impressive. Super, super impressive. So we slide into another item round. What is Pervac going to pick up? Lots of good options. Goes for the Cadence Blade. What's that going to go on? Level 3 Drow? Actually would be, I don't know about that. Vengeful Spirit has less attack damage. Drow with 200 damage per slap isn't anything to sneeze at, honestly. We'll probably put that on a high attack or a high attack speed unit. Might be doing the most damage out of here. Well, Shadow Demon does, and Windy actually okay. So I mean, I just don't know about the Drow pick here for the Cadence, but it is going to go up against Mr. Lightweight, who has famously, dealt damage here in the past. That Earth Spirit got focused down pretty quick. Didn't matter. Get the Delta Slam off, but man, the Vigilant is making short work of these spirits who are just zipping around the board. The Cyclone actually here, the Yule Scepter is actually going to make it so that Shadow Demon can cast that that final Demonic Purge, and this could be curtains for Mr. Lightweight. Just manages to hang on with 2 health. Perfect's chilling out here, has been chilling out here with 3 health for quite some time. He's on like a 7 streak now. Has been just, again, clinging to life. He's at 13-2, has a positive record now. The board's going nuts. Lapata down here with their assassins. Oh, look at this. We got 5 3-star units. Got Meepo with Mechanism, full Rogue, Phantom Assassin with Mask of Madness. What hasn't been clicking for Lapata? Makes me wonder. Is there more? Is the play for Assassins actually going full Assassin and actually focusing more on Swordsman rather than Rogue? Or is this enough? We'll watch the PA. Watch the damage pile up as she gets those dodges from the Rogue bonus, and she gets 100 damage from that. And they will actually eliminate Pervac. Pervac was hanging on for a good long time. Does go out in 5th. Just misses top half by that much. And that Phantom Assassin did do work. The Phantom Assassin did just 1 point of damage shy of 7,000 damage. But now is hanging on to life. Still with Mr. Lightweight. Mr. Lightweight, our lobby's final mage. That's a Dagon Earth Spirit. There's a Rubik in the mix, a Keeper of the Light in the mix, a 3-star Storm Spirit in the mix, 3-star Crystal Maiden in the mix. Lots going on here. We got that Puck. We have a Silver Edge Lena, which is pretty spicy. A lot of good stuff here from Mr. Lightweight, and we're going to see both of our 2 health players face our top 2 players. Let's watch Lapata again. I'm going to be focusing again on this Phantom Assassin as they get that Rogue bonus damage. Gets 100 damage, then goes down to that Legion Commander. The all-out attack goes out from the Eno. Is this going to be enough? If that Meepo goes down, it's going to be curtains. Mr. Lightweight goes out. Lapata hangs on. Deals 9 damage just barely to win and win. Win and win. Not as bulletproof as they thought. Mr. Lightweight couldn't make those spirits work, unfortunately. Couldn't get that 4th human in the mix for 4 human, 6 mage, spirit, magus, magus. Who could say? We're watching Lapata here. Or actually going to be watching the human. Sorry. We actually have Bounty Hunter with the Skull Basher and Desolator on Ember Spirit. That could be good for just like applying that Desolator debuff to a wide swath of enemies. Wide as possible swath of enemies, actually, with that 3-star Ember Spirit. We're not going to be watching him. We're going to be watching Win and Win versus Furbu. Win and Win still chilling with all these knights. But we see this Slark in the back, just doing Slark things. Has that Mask of Madness. Just ginning up all that damage. Silenced, chopping away in the back. Takes out the Bat Rider. Takes out Anesix. Takes out Omni Knight. Just absolutely devastating stuff. 14,000 damage. Doesn't even need the Dark Pact. What's going to debuff him? The Chaos Bolt? Get out of here. Doesn't need it. Doesn't care about it. Lapata goes down, unfortunately, to the Ghost. We go into this final item round here. What should be the final item round in round 29. I missed what Win and Win got. Win and Win actually on a loose streak. Funny enough. Moon Shard for Furbu. We see the Assassin, Poisoner, Brute. Oh my god, Furbu has a Divine Rapier. Okay. I must have missed that. I did not see that pickup. It is hype now. Furbu has the chance to win this lobby, Win and Win on a backslide. Has Lycan with this Divine Rapier essentially doubling his already monstrous damage. He only has 6 kills. Only going to get 1 kill this round, unfortunately, due to the spoilers. That little spoilery bug. But here we go. Let's take a look at this Slark again. It's just going to be chopping away. Make short work of the Legion Commander of Nesix. He's going to walk over. Now the target is Omni Knight. Omni Knight down. Got enthralled. Nesix down. Batrider down. Chaos Knight down. It's 15 more damage. Furbu continues their streak. Lycan doesn't do half as much damage as that Slark. And Lycan's got the Divine Rapier. Super sad stuff. Abaddon 3 up now for win and win. Gives you the silence after 4 consecutive hits from Abaddon. That's decent, but again, it has never felt like an impactful pickup for a 3-star unit. I will say, from my experience, and I've run a lot of night comps. Here we go. Round 30, Furbu versus Win and Win. This is the final lobby of the day. This is Group A. This is the final week of Season 10 here at UPL. And it's a lot of 3-stars. But let's watch that Slark. The first target is this Omni Knight. And he is just getting stabbed full of holes here. The purification comes down. It's hardly anything. Doesn't matter. This Slark is going hog wild. But it isn't enough. Wow. Big final round there from Win and Win. And that Spectre, 3-star Spectre, turns out, friends, is a good unit. Just went in there, cut up the back lines, and that's that. Win and Win. You know, it's, of course, he would leave. Win and Win won this lobby with Rainbow Knights in a 3-star Spectre. But the 3-star Spectre, again, is kind of like a win condition across any build, just kind of goes with everything. Like ranch dressing, in my opinion. Win and Win takes home that lobby. My co-caster, Snowplows, hater of this build. Win and Win with the Knights, with the Legion Commander, with the Trolls, with the Human, with the Demon. Just was looking a little shaky there for a bit. Was having trouble finishing off that Slark with the Mask of Madness, 3-star Slark, Mask of Madness, a lot of damage. But the 3-star Spectre was just enough. You know, that gives, if we pop over to Win and Win here, I cannot do that because the round has ended. Spectre's 3-star bonus could have had a hand in that. Just absolutely melts fools. Super effective stuff. 23-7, final record for Win and Win. Just brutal, brutal stuff. I wonder... need to jump to Group B or Group C. Let's take a look. Just, what a final lobby there. I can't get to either of them at all. Okay, so that is unfortunate, but yeah, what an incredible final round there from us here at UPL. I will be waiting for that score screen at the end to show us the final standings whenever that's live, and then I will throw that up. Whenever we get our final league points for Season 10, I'll throw that up, so we will see who our combatants will be next week for the grand finals of Season 10 here on UPL. 10 seasons of UPL. I gotta say, I gotta hand it to our admins putting on this tournament week in and week out. Ignore 2 weeks ago, that didn't happen. Back-end failures. They're mythical. It's fine. Who cares? Yeah, we're still waiting for one final lobby to wrap up here before we get our final scoreboard. But, man, I gotta say, man, what a season this has been. And, you know, we haven't been getting many patches post New Blood in the Streets. We've gotten one major balance patch and one, like, sort of bug fix patch. And I gotta say, I really like the meta where it is now. I think there's still a lot of stuff to figure out. I still think that there's still plenty of room to explore this patch. We've seen Swordsman really come out to play. We've seen a lot more Assassins here. We've seen that Brute Poisoner isn't exactly this bulletproof, brain-dead build that you can just force every game. We've seen D-Tan bring out the Spirit build week in, week out. Just showing us that, yeah, maybe you can force Spirits. Maybe Spirits can just win you a whole lobby. Maybe you can just go from 1st to 3rd, or rather from 7th to 3rd, hanging on to 1 life the whole time. It used to be that whenever there was a week would go by and we didn't get a patch, people would call this game dead. But honestly, it's been about 2 months now, almost, since the New Blood on the Streets patch, and I'll tell you what, it's never felt more alive, to be honest, meta-wise. Week after week we see new stuff popping in. It took a couple weeks for this like Brute Poisoner build to really show its face here in UPL, and we've been seeing a lot of inspired play around that. Swordsmen seem to be the new up and comers. Shaman has fallen out of favor. Fallen again out of favor, but that could have been from the big balance patch. Getting word from the admins here that Group C is still wrapping up. Group B is done. Group D has also finished. But yeah, Group C is hanging on. First place there has 62 health. Second has 20. Third has 17. I wonder if I can kind of cheat my way into that lobby, perhaps. Maybe. Let me in. Let me in. No dice. Okay, gotta leave this lobby. Unfortunate. Unfortunate stuff. Yes. So for the grand finals, it doesn't matter exactly how you did in the league. As long as you qualify for the grand finals, you are in. Might affect your initial placement, I think, for that first round, but it'll follow a traditional UPL structure where there were eliminations from round to round. But yeah, it's anybody's game at the in the first round. No score advantages for finishing better in the season. Everybody starts from zero, and the grand finals are always hype. This is going to be my third grand finals. I started casting part of the way through Season 8 for UPL. They've been so gracious to have me here. I've cast a couple duos tournaments now, and I've been having the time of my life coming out and casting. Because I love these Underlords tournaments. They are they have like a really tight-knit feel. You see the same names, same faces, week in, week out, and we're all just here because we love the game. There's the cash prize at the end, but man, do we love coming out every week playing Underlords. Pinty's like always on that grind, inventing new tournaments, hosting new tournaments. We had the China versus World tournament recently-ish. Group C is still wrapping up. Thanks for coming by, Smosh. Thanks for competing. Always happy to cast again. I love coming out here. I get to hang out with my two cats, little baby Chloe, baby Aria. It's great. Just hanging out with all you. It's just time of my life. And I'll tell you something here. Here at UPL, I might start streaming solo more regularly. You could probably catch me either. I'll probably be streaming through the UPL channel or my own private channel. Well, not private, it's like my own personal channel rather. And that's going to be at twitch.tv/Dr. Heckle. I will, I've accrued a lot of PTO, paid time off from my day job. And because of the pandemic, I will not be traveling as much in the coming months for the holidays. I usually visit my family for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have a question in the chat. Let's make this a little Q&A process while these final few lobbies finish up. We've got a question from Niata. Says, worst unit in the game so far, your opinions? For now. Let's open up the rulebook here. Just mosey over to Heroes. And, there's a strong contender right here. Old Pangolier. Doesn't even get, cosmetic upgrades. I don't think any of the new units do. Spectre doesn't. Wraithking doesn't. Pango's tough because of this typing right here, right? Savages. There are 7 Savages now. The other 6 are pretty much categorically better. I would say even Tusk. A lot of people like to crap on Tusk because Tusk is a 1-cost unit. Tusk is good. I think people don't really realize how much CC you get from the increased airtime on the punch. That's a lot. People can still get hit while airborne, so that's just an ascendant stun. And that can be a lot of damage if you get early stacks with that with Savage bonus. And I think there's a place in this meta for 6 Savage. I don't think there's a place for Pangolier. Even though, we see more Swordsman play coming out. Pirate Hat certainly makes that easier. Assassins makes that easier. We just saw some Assassin. They saw an Assassin player take second just now. Niata says that Venomancer is one of the worst units in the game. Venom's not terribly great because of where Summoner is. I think there are better Summoners. You look at, Summoner bonus. You probably almost always want any of the other 5, even Meepo, because Meepo is kind of the new Arc Warden. Even in Poisoner builds, Venomancer kind of gets outshined by Alchemist, Dazzle later, and Viper later on. And, Plague Wards are good, but even with like the 3-star effect and the lowered cooldown at 3-star, it's like, I don't know. It's not the best. I can see the argument for Venomancer is what I will say. For Niata, feel free to chime in the chat if you have opinions of your own. While we're talking about bad units, I mean, all the rest in Tier 1. I've heard an argument for Vengeful Spirit having the worst 3-star unit. The explosion isn't too great. Although we did see Vengeful Spirit kill Slark for Pervac. Yeah, kind of won him the round, that round. But yeah, I think there are better 3-star abilities. Maybe it's time to rewrite that list. I did a list at UPL, and you can find a lot of my writing at upl.com/ or uplesports.com/news. I have articles up there if you are a fan of the game Among Us. I wrote up a quick little introduction. We do competitive Among Us here on the Discord server. You can go there and find the link to our server. I think it might be in the About page here on our Twitch page as well. I wrote a quick write-up for Among Us. We do host an Among Us League here. It's a lot of fun. There's nothing sus about it, I will say. Somebody who has played a lot of Among Us. But yeah, the news section, I did do a ranking of all of the 3-star abilities from Season 1 before the new Blood on the Streets update. That's there. You can go check that out. We'll write up about Dragon Knight and how he wasn't too good in the previous season. But yeah, maybe it's time to rewrite that list and just publish it. For 3 stars, re-ranking all the 3 stars for the new update. All right. Match 4 is over. The 4th matches have all wrapped up. The worst 3-star used to be Broodmother, but she's not in the game anymore. And then it was Bloodseeker, I think. One of the worst. Veno 3 might be the worst now, although I can see the argument for Vengeful Spirit. But yeah, let's switch it over to the scoreboard. Scoreboard view here. And it is win and win. With that win in the final lobby off the back of Knights, Rainbow Knights, Snowplows, if you're watching the VOD, Rainbow Knights secured win and win. The final win to get over the threshold and to win Week 4, Season 10 here in UPL. So congratulations to Win and Win on a inspired victory with a great build. A great effective build with Rainbow Knights LC. A Rolling Knights build has won Group A, Week 4, Season 10. And we will probably see Win and Win next week for the Grand Finals as a result. So, meh. Elsewhere, Lapata, with that 3rd place finish here, does claim 2nd. Furbu claims 3rd with a 2nd place finish there. The 3-star Slark couldn't quite get them over the threshold, and I think that would have actually put him in 1st for the week. Unfortunate there. Theo Ravenheart coming up from Group B won that lobby. They came in 4th, and we got Smoke breaking the tie with Smosh, who finished 2nd in Group B. So that was kind of like a fight for that placement. Nox coming in, even though I had a dispirited showing in this final lobby. Pair of wins this week puts him at 6th. Fire Scream. I don't know this. I've never seen this person in my life. They took 7th. They're up in 7th. And we have our league stuff. Let me just save. Can I download you? Hello? Open original. Yeah. So we got our league standings up. I'm going to save this real quick. Unknown 1. Sure. And we will see who will be joining us here for the grand finals next week. But yeah, a couple other names here on the leaderboard. Mr. Lightweight taking 8th, even though got that 4th place finish in that final lobby. Immortal coming in 9th. We got Digitams, who we didn't see on stream at all. Maybe next week, buddy. You took 10th. Kenny in 11th. Nikita at 12th. Origin at 13th. Pervac in 14th. Kind of fell after that 5th place finish. Errol takes 15th after bottoming out in this lobby. Leva is 16th. And Bursting even managed to make it up to the top 20. Shout out to Bursting. D-Tan down there at 26. But the real news is that the regular season is over. And with the end of the regular season, we have got our standings. I will throw up this image now. Unknown. Is this the right one? If I hide that? Okay. I will reassign that to our new standings, and bam! Or rather, save. Yes. Okay. Here it is. The final standings for UPL Season 10 regular season. Win and Win with that win is first place with the most league points. Congratulations to Win and Win. Lightweight coming in second, Nox in third, Digitams in fourth. Just such a solid, consistent performance from Digitams each week, week in, week out. Origin's up there, Errol's up there, Immortal, Rokoshny at 8th, didn't see Rokoshny in any of our lobbies today, Nikita at 9th, Smoj at 10th, Theo Ravenheart at 11th, Funchu at 12th, didn't see him today either, Kenny, Furbu, Paparazza, Rokan also coming up here, Xanum, didn't see them, D-Pan at 18th. It'll be great seeing them next week in the grand finals. I wonder what build they're going to do. So happy. So happy. What else we got? Oh, Niata is Origin. I see in chat. So congratulations on placing 5th. KRC, Quanron Chen at 19th. We got Nida Shine. We got Zartis, Taf G, Pervac, Witchboy K, 25th, Alone in the Dark. You can see him. You got eyes you can read. That's a little ableist. I apologize for that. Not everybody with eyes can see. But we do like to keep it inclusive here at UPL. But yes, if you would like to see the rankings, you can go on over to the UPL Esports website. That's uplesports.com. Select for all of the latest news and scheduling for UPL. And that'll do it for the regular season. Next week is the grand finals. Forecourt Jester will be back. You got to tune in for that, because if it's any indication, we've seen some great lobbies, some great evolving play. We got Armlets now, we got Swordsmen now, we got Assassins now. The Brute Poisoners are sort of fading into the backdrop. It's great. It's great stuff. D-Tan will be there running Spirits. It'll be so wonderful. Until then, Snowplows is not here, so that's kind of sad. Maybe not put this up. I'll put this page back up. We got a raid going. We raiding anyone? You can kill the scream. Don't have a raid at target. Thank you, Zex. For everyone, on behalf of the entire UPL, thank you for coming out and watching us this week. I'm Dr. Heckle. Casting with me earlier this session was my little brother Snowplow. You can find his music again at soundcloud.com/EricDEE2023. You can find me on Twitter at Dr. Heckle. You can also catch my SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Dr. Heckle for my experimental stuff. I got some bit more palatable stuff at soundcloud.com/visiting professor. That's it for this week. You can finally you can probably catch me posting on Reddit. Maybe have an article brewing up. Maybe it's time to start re-ranking those 3 stars for the new patch. Who could even say? Until then, friends, I'm Dr. Heckle bidding you a good weekend. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week. Adios.